backyard is just the wind is just continual and every day. I'm sick of the wind. I guess I shouldn't live in Oklahoma to say those words.
Yeah. I'm with you.
But anyway, it was a tough night for a lot of people, and I'm happy that all that happened to me was just the car. I can get that fixed. But there's other people that got really beat up in their houses and a couple injuries, and like I said, somebody passed away, so prayers for their family. There was a lot of basketball on last night. I was watching, I will tell you this, there's a couple series, Matt, that I really don't even like watching. And I know you're an NBA guy, and you probably will watch anything, but the Celtics and the Hawks, that does absolutely nothing for me. I mean, I guess I should watch the Bucks and the Heat, but that doesn't really do a lot for me. Nuggets and Timberwolves, yeah. I mean, last night the Timberwolves made a nice little move, but the Nuggets ended up winning it. I don't think that any of those series are really in any. You think any of those series, the underdog has any chance in those series?
Not if Jamal Murray's playing that way.
Boy, he looked good, didn't he?
Yeah, especially if he's on and Jokic is on and all that, yeah. So, no, I don't think so. Let's see, the Heat and the Bucks, I mean, that shows you how good the Bucks are without Giannis, even.
I know.
How good they can be.
Yeah, I know, you're right. You're exactly right. They, back to Murray, he was incredible. But, Of course, Edwards was unbelievable, too. Anthony Edwards finally got off for Minnesota. Tell you what, man, they were fouling. I mean, I don't know, you want to call fouls. I mean, I guess I'm not saying they weren't fouls, but, man, Gobert and Towns played horrible last night. And then Gobert, he had a good game, but he was crying most of the game for his fouls. So, I will tell you this. Yeah, the Nets and the Sixers is another one. I just got a text from our friend. You're right. I think there's 4 really good series, and then I think there's 4 series that don't do a lot for me. But that always kind of happens, doesn't it, Matt, in this round?
Yeah, that's the first round for you.
Yeah.
Now, the next round, I think, is going to be really
the next round's going to be unbelievable, yeah. Do you agree with me that it's unbelievably pathetic that they've got these 2 games on at the same time tonight?
Yeah, I brought that up yesterday to you. I couldn't believe that.
I just can't. I cannot believe that they would even think about putting the Suns and the Clippers on NBA TV. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, put the Sixers and the Nets on NBA TV. That series stinks. I know these are on the West Coast and you have to go a little bit later. But you could play one of these games at 6 o'clock on the West Coast. I mean, it could be 8 o'clock.
I think the problem is the TVs don't want to do that. The networks don't want to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm with you. It stinks, but I guess they're staggered a little bit at least.
Yeah, a little bit. But the Suns and the Clippers could very well be the best series of every one of them. Right? It's a 4-5.
Yeah.
Both of them are just really good teams. And they put that on NBA TV? That's just
doesn't make much sense.
No, it's ridiculous.
And it just doesn't. I'll be watching both of them. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to watch both, too. I just wish that I could watch them at different times. So I will tell you this. In between when the games weren't good and I was sick and tired of watching some of it, Julie and I did watch that Seven Kings Must Die movie or whatever it's called. And it was really, really good. I don't know what remember that one guy called in and said that he left it? I think I know why as I was watching it. But it was really good. I mean, my man Uhtred was getting after it. But I liked it a lot. I appreciate the young lady who called in and told me about it. But, yeah, Julie and I really liked it. The ending to the Uhtred whole series and stuff. So, anyway. Yeah, by the way, somebody just said if it was the Suns and the Lakers, it wouldn't be on NBT. You're right. I mean, the Lakers, there's no way it would be on. But the Clippers come from the same dang one market as the Lakers. I mean, I know the Clippers don't have near as many fans as the Lakers, but they're still from L.A. I just don't like it. Anyway, the movie, back to the movie, it was really good. So thank you to the woman who called in. and told us about it. I guess I'm getting now anything that has to do with Vikings. People are like sending me stuff now, man. You know what? I've now become a Viking freak. But it was good, very good. Let's talk a little bit about the Memphis Lakers game. So, Matt, let me ask you a question. I know this is going to be ridiculous, and you're going to say no, but is there a chance that Memphis is better without John Morant? And by the way, Matt, we have a 50-game sample size now.
Yeah, I mean, on a game-to-game basis, they can be, and I told you reasons why I liked them last night.
Yeah, you were right. Good job. You were right on the money.
And a lot of those guys didn't shoot very well, but they do play with more space on the floor, right? And I do think, I mean, you see this all the time. You saw this with the Thunder this season to a degree. Whenever you don't have your best player, it makes you a little bit more unpredictable. So, no, I don't think it's fair to say they're better without John Morant, because they're not, without him, they're not going anywhere. With them, they could, they could be a Western Conference Finals team, maybe even more than that.
You know that Tyus Jones, who of course is the backup point guard, do you know that over the last 5 years he leads the entire NBA in assist to turnover ratio?
No, I didn't know that.
The entire NBA.
Yeah, he's a pretty good point guard. But do you, I mean, you think I'm wrong on that? Do you disagree?
No, I think in reality you're not, but I will tell you that of all the, quote, superstars in the league, I just wonder if he's the one that is the least valuable. And the reason why I say that is because he doesn't play much defense. He does turn the ball over. Now, he is a highlight film getting ready to happen, right? I mean, you're going to see some unbelievable highlights, but he turns the ball over a lot, and he doesn't play a lot of defense. So all I'm saying to you is that some of these other dudes, when they don't play, it's a lot harder for their teams to play well, and I think it has a lot to do, obviously, with Tyus
Jones. Yeah, it just makes you so much more unpredictable when you don't have John Morant.
Yeah,
but like I don't think the Bucks are better without Giannis.
Oh no, absolutely not. I'm not saying that.
But they've also played really, really well without him.
Right,
that's the only reason I bring that up.
Right, but what I'm saying though is that the Bucks, like you said, they got. I mean, Middleton is one of the most underrated dudes. So is Jrue Holiday. I mean, Brook Lopez he's an amazing player for what he does for the team. I love the dude from Arkansas. I just think they have better players overall than Memphis does. So yeah, they can beat some people without Giannis because I think they got better players. I'm just saying that Memphis, I don't think they do have overall better players than some teams, but I just think that, I don't know, they just flow better without him.
They've got some really good players, though. I mean, Desmond Bane, we've talked about him for a long time.
And he was horrible last night.
I think he could be a superstar. Yeah, no, the guy didn't shoot well last night. But Xavier Tillman, I mean, they're super deep. They've got guys who can come up. Conchar, I brought him up yesterday, actually, if you remember. Conchar.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember.
They're a deep squad. I don't think they're better without John. I don't.
Okay. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying that. Let me answer what I said too about how I think that possibly, of like the superstars that are left in the playoffs, is he the least valuable star?
It's an interesting question. Just name me some players you're thinking of who are around his stats.
Anthony Davis, Jokic, Embiid. We said Giannis. Of course, their team's amazing. All the best players on all the different teams.
I don't think that he would end up being the least valuable star. No.
Really? Man, you don't agree with anything I kind of think today. By the way, I don't think they're better without him. But I do believe that I think he might be the least valuable dude of the big time players, the best players on guys' team. Look at last night. Anthony Davis was horrible, right? Anthony Davis was terrible. Terrible. And they lost. If he'd have played well, they probably would have won. I mean, that's kind of the truth about Anthony Davis. So somebody just said, what about Trey? Yeah, I mean, it's interesting with Trey because they got two players that are similar to each other, and I think you and I agree that I think that DeJounte Murray not only had a better year, but he might be better than Trey.
Yeah, he definitely had a better season. What about Sabonis?
See, I don't think Sabonis the best player on their team? I think Fox is.
Probably right.
So I think that if Fox doesn't play, I think they're in trouble. Because he's the head of the snake.
But I think John Moran is a better player than De'Aaron Fox.
I don't disagree with you on that. See, I'm not saying that people are better than him or not better than him. I'm saying, does the team miss him less than maybe some of the other guys would miss that guy?
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. It's possible.
I mean, it's just something to talk about.
I guess I'm coming at it from an angle of you're trying to say Jaw's not valuable. I'm saying that I think the Grizzlies are extremely deep, and they're set up well without him. So tomato, I guess.
Okay. It's just something interesting to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, like what are they? They're like 32-18 or something, or maybe even better than that in his 50 games that he's missed.
But they're not winning. I don't think they're winning a playoff series without him.
Well, I think that it's embarrassing that the Lakers lost last night, don't you? I mean, you can't lose that game without John Morant.
I just
don't
the
think
Grizzlies would win that
can.
game.
Yeah, I mean, I know you did, but I just think the Lakers, you can't. Now, look, I always talk all the time about you got, when you win game one, game two is really hard to win on the road because you always say to yourself, well, we got to get a game on the road. Well, once you get the game, I think teams let up.
Right.
But look what happened.
Exactly.
Look what happened.
I think that we're very kind of slaves to the moment sometimes. Where it was the same thing with the Warriors, right? Or I think a lot of people think it will be the same thing with the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, I heard you guys talk about that earlier. Sounds like all you guys think that this is a pretty much a guaranteed win for the Warriors tonight.
I like the Warriors tonight. I'm not going to lock it or anything. But I like the Warriors tonight. It's because of the spot, and I think that's kind of what happened to the Lakers last night.
That's frustrating.
Okay. Well, last night is why I will not pick the Lakers. I cannot pick the Lakers to win the West like a lot of other people are trying to do. I think they're very inconsistent. I do. I think they're very inconsistent. I mean, we talked all about Austin Reeves the other day. Is Austin Reeves going to do what he did in that game, like in an entire series? Of course he isn't. And we saw in game two, he didn't. Russell is, Russell throughout his career, he's been very, very inconsistent, right? I mean, his whole career. Remember, Hachimura is probably playing better than anybody in the entire team. But look at Schroeder last night. 0 points. Not a point. Their bench last night was horrible, except for Hachimura. And then Russell, I mean, he's just up and down and up and down. And when you go up and down in the playoffs, you lose, especially when you don't have home floor. We'll see. We'll see how the Lakers, is that tomorrow or they play the next day? Friday. When do they play, tomorrow or Saturday?
They will play on, let's see, is it Saturday?
Yes, the Lakers are on Saturday. Boy, they got what a lineup on Saturday, man. Grizzlies, Lakers, Suns, Clippers. That'll be fun. And then on Sunday we'll get Kings, Warriors. See, it's interesting. They don't have a problem with playing a day game on the weekend at 12:30 out there, but they don't want to play like a night game at 6. And I understand traffic and all that other stuff, but I don't know. People will get to the games.
And
anyway,
it's a weekend too, right? Saturday.
Yeah, I think Memphis can still beat the Lakers in this series, whether Ja plays or not. You don't feel that way, but I do. I think, like you said, I actually think the Memphis Grizzlies are fairly deep. I don't think they're as deep as Milwaukee is. But I don't know. It's just interesting to me that when teams over a 50-game period play so well without a player, we're not talking. That's a huge sample size. That's kind of truth. When you play 50 games to me is I believe in 50 games. If it's 20 or 22 or something, then, but 50 is a lot of games. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how Ja's going to play. I thought it was hilarious yesterday when they were trying to bump it up like he was going to play. I was like, are you kidding me? He can't even hold on to a basketball. How the heck is he going to play?
Yeah, that was pretty easy to see that was some gamesmanship by the Grizzlies.
Yep. Okay, we'll come back, talk a little bit more about can answer this when I get back. Can the Nuggets win the whole thing, or can they win the West? I mean, they're the number one daggone seed, and I don't think anybody alive is picking them, except maybe people in Denver. No, I don't see any person picking the Denver Nuggets. And I tell you what, Porter Jr., Jamal Williams, Murray, and of course Jokic. That's when Murray plays like he's playing. That threesome, you got to put them up. But we'll talk about that. Does that threesome play with some of these other threesomes?
Time indeed for this player.
Because boy, it looks good.
It's a par 5.
Looks really good. All right, let's take an OG&E break. It is National Volunteer Month. Join OG&E in bettering our communities. We're here today at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort in Shawnee. Beautiful poker room upstairs, a bad beat right now, over 190,000. That means if you're just playing a game, no matter what it is, 1, 2, 2, 5, whatever it is, and you get a royal flush, you get automatically $1,900. But then again, if you get the royal flush over pocket, I mean, 4, whatever it could be, 4 tens or whatever, then 190 grand to the table. Can't beat it. We'll be back. More of your calls and texts will be coming up later. Traver's Take is next on The Animal. Don't go away.
TheSportsAnimal.com, your home to the latest sports news and headlines. WWLS podcasts, online contests, plus score in-depth Thunder recaps. Sponsored by Oklahoma Men's Clinic.
Changa Thunder Moneyball.
All on TheSportsAnimal.com and the Sports Animal app.
It's Spring Black Friday at the Home Depot, and we have laundry appliances that just fit. Fit your space, fit your needs, and fit your budget. Like a new Samsung laundry set with large capacity, so you spend less time doing laundry. And with Sensor Dry technology to automatically optimize time and temperature, you'll spend less energy on it too. Save up to $600 on this Samsung laundry set in-store and online during Spring Black Friday at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Yes, we do have availability. Those dates for how many guests?
Andrea's Boutique Hotel is the destination to tie the knot.
Oh, you want the whole property?
She needs an assistant to catch the bookings bouquets.
249 guests, huh? And 3 dogs.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Now that open enrollment for health care coverage has ended, there's still several options to consider that just might benefit you. Need to purchase your own health insurance? Confused about Medicare? Considering offering benefits to your employees? Call the agents at Allison Insurance, featuring 70-plus years of combined insurance business experience. They're able to help clients avoid mistakes when purchasing individual or group health insurance. Call Allison Insurance at 800-580-5587 or 745-2968. They are the experts.
Remington Park Racing is back. Watch, wager, and win on the world's best American quarter horses, paints, and Appaloosas. Remington Park Racing begins Thursday through Saturday at 6 p.m., Sunday racing at 4. Enjoy the racing action from the Bricktown Brewery, open daily at 11 a.m., with the Silks Restaurant or Henry Hudson's open every race night. Racing group options, including suite packages, are also available. Couple the winning racing bets with jackpot scores in the Remington Park Casino. Parking and admission are always free. Visit RemingtonPark.com for more information. Let your heart race, Thursday through Sunday.
Doesn't wait when you're experiencing bone or joint pain. So if there's something you've been wanting to do, but your body's holding you
Was on a good line.
to take action. The orthopedic experts
Putting for
at
par.
FSM Health, Bone and Joint Hospital.
Well, what a shame. A free putt for par there.
Don't wait any longer.
And now over to Justin Rose.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Oh, how about that one?
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4.
Get in the hole. Just absolutely abused the golf ball there with that shot.
from around 140 yards here.
Get in the hole.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
This one looks to be in a pretty good
Straight to
line.
the pin. Get in the hole.
Hold another shot from way out.
Absolutely insane. I've never seen anything quite like this.
And now I have another great fence coordinator with my friends at Vantage Fence. They are the premier residential and commercial fence company this side of the Red River. Vantage Fence means
Now 4 back after that hole.
and competitive pricing in Oklahoma. The Vantage Fence company always makes sure your job is done right the first time.
Just like that, back in it.
The 12th hole at Foxhole Golf Links is a strong par 3 measuring 216 off the back tees.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely
Get in the
bailing
hole.
out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that greenside bunker.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
For all your outdoor activities. And the new arrivals are available right now at Sun and Ski Sports. So if biking roads and trails, that's your passion, the brand Cannondale is up to 30% off. Plus, all the latest Rocky Mountain bikes are all in stock. And if you prefer running adventures like
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Oh, nice putt to make for a birdie. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Going with the 5-wood. Not bad. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard.
With over 30 new Hondas under $350 a month. That's going the Escort trial online at escorthonda.com.
2023 HRV LX 2-wheel drive, 2,700 down. 2023 Civic 5,000 down, 84 months. Ridgeline 0.9.
I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
My visit was quick and easy. Jordan took care of everything. At Valvoline, our experts go the extra mile. That's why we work hard to get our guests in and out quickly every day. Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
That's a big drive.
They get over the sand.
Time for the second shot here at the 13th.
Sports Animal Studios, powered by the OKC Thunder. Gear up for the season with the latest apparel and accessories at the Thunder Shop. Stop by the Thunder Shop at Paycom Center or online at okcthunder.com/shop.
98.1 FM, WWLS Sports Animal, and ESPN 640 AM. Your home for the NBA playoffs and the NBA Finals from ESPN Radio. Tune in. Game 3 of the matchup between the Sixers and the Nets tonight at 6 on ESPN 640 AM. Coverage of the playoffs is sponsored by Oklahoma Men's Clinic.
Boom! Oh, what a big putt to make that one.
We're back.
Let's see that again.
Grand Casino Hotel and Resort, Shawnee.
Because I still can't believe they hold
Good stuff.
that.
You can listen to the NBA right here on our sister station, 640 AM. Also, weekends it'll be on our station. Some other times as well, maybe some later games. So good stuff.
The draft.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry.
Cannot
Let's
wait
see what happens.
for the draft.
What a shot from the
Saw a
rough.
mock
This is
draft
gorgeous.
today, and every offensive
Okay,
lineman
let's
and
get back
every
to the action.
cornerback was gone when the Steelers drafted.
John Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot
So-
on this leaderboard.
I don't know. We'll see. You know how that goes, man. There's
And
usually
they'll
a
be feeling
run on
buoyed with
positions,
confidence
right?
after that birdie.
Yes.
Somebody
There's a
takes
good
one,
chance
and
to
then somebody
maintain
goes,
the
oh, I better
momentum.
get that. And then the next one goes, wait a minute, I better get that.
You also know how it goes. You probably get sick of me saying this every year, but
Looks
those
like
mock
they put a good
drafts
swing on that one.
end up being
That
dead
should
wrong
find the
most
short
of the
stuff.
No, you're right. This is the one thing that is not wrong about about a mock draft for me. The one thing, the needs of the teams. You know, like when Kuiper or any of those dudes say, well, so-and-so needs this and this and this, they're right. They know. We all know it too, right? You know the Steelers need an offensive lineman. We all know that. So you see what I'm saying? So the needs, now that doesn't always mean you take that position, right?
Right.
I told you that there's a lot of talk about the Steelers trying to move up in the draft. Maybe to number 9, I guess, with the Bears, and take one of those offensive linemen, maybe the kid from Ohio State, Paris Johnson, I think. Yeah, that's his name, isn't it? So anyway, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Can't wait for the draft. Let's go to Traver's Take.
Traver's Take.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Sponsored by Van Hooth Fence. Get the job right the first time. Their perfection is your protection. Go to vhfence.com or call Van Hooth Fence today. 405-735-1167.
Matt Ravis, can the Nuggets win the West?
I will say what I said earlier to you, which is if Jamal Murray is playing like that, then I think that they are a lot better. So Jamal Murray has to be that way through the whole postseason, and not only that, they're going to have to get Aaron Gordon to step up at times. I think have to get huge games from Michael Porter, and they're going to have to make sure Jokic doesn't get basically. I mean, he's not going to get played off the floor, but you know what I'm saying? On defense, you can abuse him, and so they have to make sure that doesn't happen. But if those things go right, they can.
Why were the analytics good this year for Jokic on defense? Was that just kind of luck?
Well, I think analytics, and you know this very well, Jim, analytics can kind of show what you want them to. And so just because he's got a good rating in one defensive analytic doesn't mean that he's a good defender. He just shows out well along that one.
Yeah. No, I wanted you to say that for people out there that don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I love Jokic. He was one of my favorite 12 players. But I'm openly letting everybody know he is not any good defensively. I just think that's God-given, too, Matt. I mean, I think that dude works his tail off, but he just can't do things. Last night I was watching a game, and I said, Jewel, come over here and sit down. I want you to watch this dude. And she was kind of laughing at him. She was like, because, you know, when you watch professional sports, they're the greatestly, that's a horrible word, isn't it? They are the greatest trained athletes in the world, you know? I mean, football, basketball, heck, even your soccer guys. I mean, they're unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And then you watch this dude run out there, and you just think, what is he doing out there? It's like, did he win a bet? I mean, did he win like a lottery that he gets to play a game in the NBA?
Hey, I was trying to look up this quote. I was trying to recall this whenever you asked me about the analytics thing. Albert Einstein one time said, not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. I think that's deep. That's defense in the NBA.
That's very
for you.
deep.
That's defense in the NBA for you. I mean, it's really hard. We don't know how to quantify what a good defender is a lot of the time. Offense is easy.
You know me, Matt. I'm an eye test guy, right? I mean, that's what I am. You know, you've been around me a long time, man. When I see things, I believe analytics can be used in an important way, but I also am a huge eye test guy. And the eye test with him is, how is he doing it? But gosh, he does it. Right? No. On the defensive side, eye test is, man, he's having a hard time. That's Jokic for me. But you know what? Murray, that game last night, he looked like he looked 2 years ago, didn't he?
Yeah.
Before he was hurt.
Like he was in the bubble. And if he's playing like bubble Jamal Murray, they've got a chance, Jim.
I'll tell you this too, Matt. I think there's a chance that, forget Curry, right? I mean, Curry is not even a human being. If you take Curry out of and maybe Thompson too, but if you take Curry out of the deal, I don't know if Michael Porter Jr. might not be up there with maybe the second or third best shooter in the league. He's unbelievable. You know who else can shoot the heck out of it? Kennard.
Yep.
I mean, there's some dudes that can just flat out shoot. You know, Isaiah Joe fell off a little bit at the end, but, you know, you got to consider him a top 10 to 15 shooter this season. But Michael Porter Jr., Matt, can shoot the basketball.
And
he's got a beautiful jumper.
He's got the Kevin Durant thing going on where you just can't touch a shot. You can't alter it.
Yeah, because he's like 6'11".
And he releases it so high. Yeah.
He shot 41.4% this year from three.
He's just got to stay healthy, Jim. Just got to stay
You're
healthy.
right.
He played 62 games this year. That's the most he's ever played in a season.
Yeah, that's not bad. Played 9 last year.
So he's got to stay healthy. If he doesn't get banged up, I mean, obviously he's huge for them.
The year before, in 2020, which was the bubble, he shot 44.5% and played 61 games. He's good, man. He's a good player. He really is. I want to talk a little about Presti. Blaine texted me and just brought up something that Presti said. I know kind of what he said, Matt. You didn't get to listen to him, did you?
Not the whole thing. I did not listen to the 2 hours and 20 minutes that he spoke. No, I did not listen to the whole thing.
Gosh. I bet you I know Tram was there, so we'll get a lot from him. I guess, Matt, from what I understand, Matt, I guess he said that they're getting ready to go for it. Did you get some of that from it?
I sort of took the opposite interpretation because he was talking about expectations, and he was saying that, you know, we were a great team for a couple of months, but you need to do that for longer, you know.
So you believe that next year they're just going to keep on developing and developing?
Here's the exact quote. He said, "We're not a 500 team. We had 2 really good months, but we didn't play consistently well. Can we be more consistent with our best play? That would be a good step forward for us." That to me doesn't sound like a guy who's just, yeah, we're going for it next year.
I could have swore there was another quote that was about it too, though. By the way, here's what he said. Here's what he said about people that think they have too many draft picks. He said that's like a person walking to a store and saying, "I just have too much money," and acting like it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a good problem.
It is a good problem, but he can't use them. There's a difference. When you walk into a store, you don't own things in the store. You're trying to buy things. He owns these picks. He's not going to try to buy these things. I will tell you this. Give me something in the store, Matt, that you only need one of. Give me something.
Let's see.
Any store, doesn't matter.
Toothbrush. You only need one toothbrush, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about something a lot more expensive than a toothbrush.
Well, we got different pay grades.
How about a car?
Okay, all right.
All right. You only really, and I'm not talking about some dude that's got millions and millions of dollars that wants buy cars. If you're just a normal dude and you go and you buy a car, all right? You don't go in and buy 4 cars. So there's a big difference with Sam Presti is a smart dude, much smarter than I am, knows a lot more about basketball than I do. But I'm sorry, it was a funny thing, but it's not the same. It's not the same. You go into a store to buy something. They're not buying anything. They've already got them. They're theirs. Now, they can use them if they want to or not. We all know they can't use them. See, two of the things that Sam Presti does is he talks in circles so that you have no idea what he's saying. I know you agree with that 1,000,000%. And the other thing he does is that he says things that gets you off track of what you're trying to actually ask. And he's really, 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 really good at it. But I don't know. I'm just going to tell you ahead of time. I told this to Barry Trammell, and Tram's not happy with me, and that's fine. Everybody else cannot be happy with me, too. If they are in a massive development mode last year, I'm going to be really mad.
Next year, you mean?
Yep. What did I say? In a year? Next year. If they're in I'm not saying that whoever they draft in the first round doesn't play. I'm not saying that Jang doesn't play some. But there's dudes on this team next year that, in my opinion, be in the G League. Not playing, if they're trying to be a playoff team, not playing in an NBA. Now, once in a while, okay. If Trey Mann plays in 15 games, okay. The Serb, if he plays 20 games, okay. I know you disagree with me on the Serb. You think he should keep on playing. I just don't think there's enough room. Because the Serb kind of does what Holmgren does, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to play him 30 minutes a night. You can play him 20 minutes a night.
If the Serb is playing 20 minutes a night, I may get kicked off the radio.
I mean, it's just an average, but
right.
It's fair enough. I just I don't know. I think we see that a little bit differently because I don't. What's their ceiling next year? You think?
I have no idea. What was their ceiling this year?
At their absolute best, what do you think they could do? Can they win? I mean, let me just put it this way: do you think they're winning a playoff series next year? Can they win 2 playoff series next year if everything goes absolutely right?
But I mean, okay. I mean, everything you're saying is right.
I'm just asking.
Okay, no. The answer is no. There's no way they probably can win 2. But let me just ask you this: at the beginning of the year, what was the ceiling for the Kings?
Yeah, nobody knew what it was.
Yeah,
everyone was wrong.
What was the ceiling for the Thunder this year? Nobody thought
knew.
They would win 40 games.
But they came in with their approach of we'll see how it goes. And by the way, we talked about that. People thought they would just throw in the towel at the start of the season. And we said, let's see how things go, right? And then you can make adjustments if you need to pull the plug. And they never did. I just think that's still the right mindset if you're not going to win more than 2 playoff series.
Well, first of all, I don't think the Thunder can win 50 games. But I could see them winning 45 and getting the 6th seed. And if they're a 6th seed and win 45 games, then I think that they could possibly beat the 3 seed.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
just saying. I think
that's their ceiling. I just told you their ceiling. For me, 45 wins, 6th seed, have a chance to beat the 3rd seed. That's their ceiling. You disagree with that?
That's a nice ceiling. No, I think that's a fantastic ceiling. And like you pointed out very smartly, we don't know what their ceiling could be because
exactly. I'm just making that
up. It's April right now. You know, a lot could change between now and next April or next March,
You're right.
whatever. So. I just say this is still one of the youngest teams in the NBA. We don't know, right? Is it the youngest team, Jim, the second youngest team? Nobody knows.
I don't know either.
Answer.
I'm not going to argue with that anymore. I'm done with it.
Nobody knows the actual answer, but I still think development is important.
I'll just say this. I got no idea, but I'm one of those people that talks about things in advance. So I'm just throwing it out there. I want to see this team go for it and do some developing, but not near as much as they did this year. That's what I'm saying. I want to see steps forward.
By the way, some breaking news here. Kawhi Leonard has been ruled out tonight with a right knee sprain.
Really? Go Suns. That means what? Does that mean that Westbrook tonight will score 50?
He might shoot 50 times. I don't know if he'll score 50.
Oh, gosh. Time for an OG&E break. Good stuff. National Volunteer Month. Join OG&E and betting in our communities. I got some other things I want to get into, too. And we're going to take calls and text messages. We are here at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort in Shawnee on a Be Relatively Content Thursday. Stay with us on The Animal.
The Morning Animal.
Did people who listen to you guys on the other station that weren't sports fans that came out, are they just mad that we don't play classic rock?
I don't think they care. I really don't.
They just like our hijinks and our tomfoolery.
There's a few people who are like, oh, I can't follow sports, and like,
well, sure.
But we try to.
We do our best to not talk about it. I promise you.
The one thing.
And listen to those people. You're coming into the holy season because once basketball's over with, from then until football kicking off, it is time. It's time to play on the radio.
Besides, the one idea for the show was we want to make it as mass appeal as we can
Sure.
to everyone.
All encompassing, all welcome.
Yeah.
The Morning Animal. Weekday mornings, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on WWLS. The Sports Animal.
It's time for the Great Haircut Sale at your local Great Clips salon. Your chance to get a great haircut at an even greater price, just $9.99. And money's not all you'll save at Great Clips. When you use online check-in, you can save time too. So download our app today and hurry in for the $9.99 Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. It's gonna be great. For a limited time at participating salons.
The $9.99 Great Haircut Sale runs April 15th through April 21st. Visit our Oklahoma City area salons.
We've all heard the old saying that there is strength in numbers. For the Choctaw Nation, there is also tremendous strength in every individual who helps make us one of America's mightiest tribes. We honor and celebrate people from across the Choctaw Nation who contribute to their communities in a multitude of ways. From the highest leadership positions to those who work quietly behind the scenes, each one is equally important and equally powerful. They are the Choctaw Proud, and together we're more.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Connor. Is your yard rough? Are you sore after mowing? You need a Ferris with 4-wheel suspension from O'Connor's Lawn and Garden. Others may claim to have suspension, but only Ferris's exclusive coil-over shock suspension system.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Test drive a Ferris at O'Connor's and feel the difference. For a guaranteed low price and award-winning service, shop O'Connor's by Quail Springs Mall.
Why McBride Orthopedic Hospital? Because when you need it, you better know where to go. In orthopedics, there's no room for error. You got to know who's the best from the start. McBride has every specialty you need and the best docs in the state. It's that simple. Be proactive. Know McBride.
Just building upon his advantage, he keeps making the important plays.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
Currently 13 under for the event. We have a par 5 here. Time to take advantage.
Pretty good shot there.
Setting up here, coming off a run of birdies.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely. Keep opening holes, birdies galore.
I feel better already. See? Told ya. Eat how you want to feel. Visit swapupok.com.
Get in the hole!
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
At the right value based on what's right for you. And right now, get 0% financing on spacious, high-tech 2023 Pro.
But it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
Get in the hole!
This is a surprise missing this one.
Plus financing.
Now, a shot lead over the field.
Get in the hole! Oh, yeah!
Mangoes, crunchy, purely Elizabeth granola, and a savory peanut butter drizzle.
Here we are at the 5th hole.
That's the sound of a
Boy,
smoothie bowl
the
being made
really
fresh,
long players
just for
in
you.
the game are going to be able to
The new
fly
Smoothie
those
Bowls
bunkers down the
menu.
right-hand
That's
side. The
Smoothie
shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side. Maybe not quite a driver, but
Please
from
don't
there,
say.
it's really just a flick of a
Mixture's
second
freeborn
shot as
created
this hole is
diamonds
just
are made in the USA,
424
though.
yards.
We hand
I'm thinking
select
that every
only the
player is
brightest
looking at this as a
and
birdie
then cut
opportunity.
each to perfection to make our diamonds even brighter.
With certain crystals, when the light enters,
It comes out faster than other crystals.
science, baby.
Those are the diamonds that sparkle from across the room.
Get in the hole!
Ones we choose.
Come see the brightest diamonds born in the U.S. only at Mr. Fair and Jewelers, Oklahoma's greatest diamond store. Are you in your 40s or 50s and tired of wearing reading glasses?
And
How
coming
much
up
easier would your life be
short.
without those glasses? For years, this couldn't be fixed, but now, with a quick groundbreaking procedure, my guy can end your dependence on reading glasses. Go see Dr. Bellardo
ready
at
to play
Advanced
there,
Laser and
Phil.
Cataract Center. Imagine not ever needing reading glasses again. You can by going and seeing Dr. Bellardo today at Advanced Laser and Cataract Center. He'll take care of
And he needs
everything.
this
Like we
to
always say
save
here,
time.
if you want to see far and you want to see near, you have to come here at Advanced Laser and Cataract
First
Center.
field hole.
Homeowners, it's spring cleaning time. Need a power washer? How about a pole saw or hedge trimmer? Crossland's Rent-All and Sales Company carries the tools to tighten up your property. Do the weekend special featuring just a one-day charge. See crosslandsrental.com. It's time for Raindrops and Riches, only at Lucky
I got it.
Casino. Saturday,
Normal tournaments are 2 rounds, championships are 3, and majors and playoffs are 4.
$500 in free play. And on Saturday, April 29th, one name
Get in the hole!
win up to $50,000 cash. Don't forget to play on Fridays for your chance to earn 5 times entries. Head to any of our 6 Oklahoma locations. Lucky Star Casino.
coming
The
from
biggest
around the
jackpots are
150
closer
yard
than you
line.
think.
Choosing the 9.
There are lots of social networking websites, but one saves lives. It's MatchingDonors.com, linking organ donors with people in need of kidney and other transplants.
That's a
If
great
you
shot.
consider becoming a living organ donor,
For
or
6th.
if you are someone in need
Trying
of
to
an
get to
organ
16
transplant,
under with
head
this
to
putt.
MatchingDonors.com.
Nobody
Home of the greatest
looking
gift of
here.
all, the gift of life. MatchingDonors.com.
Get in the hole!
That's their 4th birdie of the day.
Eagles are going to take Bijan Robinson. What do they have, like the 11th pick or something? What's their pick?
They are picking 10.
10. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're trying to win right now and that's all you care about, I guess that'd be okay. But boy, oh boy, Jalen Hurts, a few years from now, he could be in some big trouble because if they got to pay him and pay Robinson and some of these other dudes, I don't know how they're going to beat anybody. I did hear a little bit of a rumor. I can't remember where it was from. Might have been out of Pittsburgh. That Joe Burrow is seriously considering taking less, kind of doing what Mahomes did. He's considering it. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but he is considering it. So, should be interesting. Oakland A's going to Vegas. Let me just say a couple things about this. I played in this stadium a long time ago. What is it now? I mean, when I played in the big leagues, my first year in the big leagues that I really played was 86. So we're talking about 37 years ago. That stadium, Matt, was horrible 37 years ago. All right? It is a dump. It has been a dump for a long period of time. I heard Pat Jones talking about it today, like when he was with the Raiders and all that other stuff, and he said it was a baseball stadium. It is a baseball stadium, but with all due respect to Pat, it wasn't any good for baseball. It was even worse for football because they played on a baseball field for at least the first month of the season. But the place is a dump, and frankly, if you want to go and look, the city of Oakland is falling apart and has been for a long time, okay? Everybody, the Golden State Warriors couldn't wait to get out of there. The Raiders couldn't wait to get out of there. And the A's are, I saw a quote today,
going with the 8-iron here.
The mayor
Nice
of
shot,
Oakland.
that should find the surface.
He basically was saying how the Oakland A's used
What a
them
shot.
and blah, blah, blah. Dude, you guys have had years and years and
Outstanding
years and
approach
years
shot.
to try to do something, okay? I'm talking years.
Trying to get to 17 under the card with this putt.
That teams have tried to get out of there. So you can go ahead if it makes you feel better out there. If you're going to get more votes in the Oakland area, if you beat up on the A's, by saying that they're using you to get Vegas to give more money or whatever, feel good if that makes you feel fine. But Oakland has done nothing. And the city, and it's a shame because I've been out there many times.
Well, that'll play.
It's falling apart. And I really hope that they get their city back together. It certainly isn't going to help when the basketball, football, and baseball teams
There's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
Can't help them at all. But
Now
it's their
on the
own
team,
fault.
fresh
I
off
don't
a
know,
birdie,
Matt, should I feel
a great
sorry for
opportunity
Oakland
to
because they
build on
can't
that
keep their own
momentum.
teams?
And this is a gift to end on. However, you've got to find a fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right at those trees come into play, bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot.
I don't know enough about all the politics and negotiations and how that has gone to speak on that, but I wasn't surprised by this at all.
If you did a half-hour research, and I'm not asking you to do it. As a matter of fact, don't do it. If you did a half-hour research, you would find that over the last 20 to 25 years, there have been time after time after time where there's been initiatives about building a new arena for the basketball team, football for the football team, maybe doing a football-baseball stadium that's football first, but you can still play baseball. I mean, it's been over and over and over and over again, and Oakland never gets it done. And by the way, I'm not surprised. It's an incredibly poor, it's very poor. It's a poor place. It is. It's a very poor city. So I'm not expecting that they should get it done. I'm just saying, don't act like now you're going to blame the Oakland A's. My God, they've been playing with nobody in the stands for years. And look at them this year. They're so bad. They're terrible. Bob Melvin wanted to get out of there so bad, and he did. So if you, I don't know if I've ever had an Oakland A's fan call the show, but if you are an Oakland A's fan, just, hey, be happy you're going to Vegas. Vegas will be so much better. The fans out there, they're fired up. They want teams out there. And then now you got two Oakland teams, right? You have the Raiders, and then you'll have the A's. And I guarantee you there's some fans that are Raider fans that are A's fans too. So they're probably excited about him coming out there. Go to Vegas. Vegas, Matt, in the next 5 years or so is going to have football, basketball, baseball, and hockey.
Not surprised. There's just too much money in that for there not to be.
Yep. And 10 years ago, all the leagues said, we'll never go to Vegas. We will never go to Vegas.
Well, now all these leagues are in bed with all the big gambling companies.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. It went from scared to death that people are going to bet on them and fix games to, come on, let's go. That's what happened. It is literally 180 degrees away.
Isn't it funny how persuasive money is?
You're right. You're right. Everything happens. Everything happens with these sports teams because of money. Everything. And this one is about money too. Let us take an OG&E break. We're here at the Grand Casino Hotel Resort in Shawnee. When we get back, it'll be phone calls and text messages. Can't wait to talk to you. 405-900-9957. That's our Lucky Star line. Trade Pro Heat and Air text line, same number. 405-900-9957. We're at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort in Shawnee. And this is the leader in sports, the Animal.
98.1 FM, WWLS The Sports Animal congratulates the Oklahoma City Thunder on a great NBA season. And good luck to Jalen J. Dub Williams in the Rookie of the Year voting. From draft night till the final horn sounds, we're your home for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 98.1 FM, WWLS The Sports Animal, thesportsanimal.com, and the Sports Animal app.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Connor. If you're looking for a new zero-turn mower, that's our specialty at O'Connor's. See Oklahoma's largest inventory of Toro residential and commercial zero-turn mowers. Rough yard? You'll want Toro's patented MyRide suspension system. And best of all, unlike the box stores, O'Connor's award-winning parts and service department makes your life easy after the sale. For a guaranteed low price and award-winning service, shop O'Connor's by Quail Springs Mall.
Bret Michaels, Party Gras 2023, Saturday, May 13th, First Console Casino. From over 50 million albums sold comes the Poison Hits and Solo Hits Live. All for the men who starred in VH1's Rock of Love, The Masked Singer on Fox, and ABC's Greatest Hits. Bret Michaels, Party Gras 2023. Purchase online at 7clans.com or by phone at 866-966-1777. Another breath of fresh air from Inner Visions.
Homeowners, it's spring cleaning time. Need a sod cutter? How about a stump grinder, a tiller, or aerator? Crosslands Rental and Sales Company carries the tools to help the grass come in this season. Do the weekend special featuring just a one-day charge. See crosslandsrental.com.
Visit Nelson Mazda in Norman, conveniently located on the Mile of Cars. Ask us about the Mazda CX-50. Introducing a rugged yet refined design that's just as comfortable off the grid as it is on city streets. Offering 0% APR for 60 months on the rugged Meridian Edition during the month of April. The Mazda CX-50 is the exceptional choice for your next vehicle. Make sure to ask us about our new Nelson Maintenance Club when you visit our state-of-the-art service department. Whether it's oil changes, tire rotations, tune-ups, or maintenance, you can trust our skilled team of Mazda-certified technicians to handle the job and provide timely communication throughout the entire process while saving you money. Go to NelsonMazdaNorman.com for details on the 0% APR for 60 months offer on the Mazda CX-50 2.5 Turbo Meridian Edition. We invite you to join the Nelson Mazda family, where we'll make a believer out of you.
Every time I would try to quit smoking, I knew that tobacco had control of me. It's addictive, plain and simple. What made my most recent quit attempt successful was the nicotine patches that were provided from the Oklahoma Tobacco Helpline. It's free and it's available 24/7, so there are really no excuses.
For free support, quit coaching, and patches, gum, or lozenges, call the helpline at 1-800-QUIT-NOW or visit okhelpline.com, a program of TSET.
Now that open enrollment for healthcare coverage has ended, there's still several options to consider that just might benefit you. Need to purchase your own health insurance? Confused about Medicare? Considering offering benefits to your employees? Call the agents at Allison Insurance, featuring 70-plus years of combined insurance business experience. They're able to help clients avoid mistakes when purchasing individual or group health insurance. Call Allison Insurance at 800-580-5587 or 745-2968. They are the experts.
The NFL Draft presented by Bud Light is taking over Kansas City, and greatness is on the clock. Attend live in person for free. See the next NFL stars and experience the ultimate NFL fan festival featuring live concerts, interactive games, player autographs, and more. The NFL Draft presented by Bud Light.
With the first pick in the NFL Draft,
April 27th through 29th. Visit NFL.com/draft access to register for free entry today.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Everyone deserves to be connected. That's why Cox has high-speed internet to fit any budget. Stream, chat, and connect at an incredible price. You're probably thinking, wait, what? But yeah, it's true. Shake your device to learn more. Non-transferable, one per household. Application and eligibility decisions are made by the FCC. Other restrictions apply. Thanks for switching lanes to Raising Cane's.
one box combo, please.
That's 4 juicy chicken fingers you won't be skipping, and our secret cane sauce you want to keep dipping.
Wow, that was fast. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
WWLS-FM, The Village, Oklahoma City. Your home of the Oklahoma City Thunder. A Cumulus media station. This hour sponsored by Bob Moore Kia. More choices, more value, more for your trade. It's hour number 2 with Jim Traber on 98.1 FM. WWLS, the sports animal.
It is hour number 2. Welcome back. Jim Traber here at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort in Shawnee, exit 178 off of I-40. By the way, talking about the Oakland A's a minute ago, they are the worst team in the entire big leagues right now, 3-16. All you Texas Ranger fans, got to be excited about them playing well. When we had our show, I said I brought them up. I thought they'd be better. But I didn't think they could win the division. I think Houston. I still think they'll probably win it. I think Houston has the old World Championship hangover going on right now. They're probably fat, as I like to talk about. Okay, we got open lines. We're going to take a bunch of texts too. 405-900-9957. Whatever's on your mind. Would love to talk to you. Jared from out in Elk City texted me and said, "Go Rangers." Absolutely, go Rangers. If you didn't hear today, huge news coming out. Kawhi Leonard not going to play tonight.
Yeah, Woj said he aggravated it in Game 1, played through it in Game 2, not related to his previous ACL injury.
Sure, this is one of the reasons why. How can you pick the Clippers? All these people love the Clippers. How can you pick them? Frankly, how can you pick the Lakers? Anthony Davis. LeBron's 100 years old. When you pick these teams that have all these injury people that get injured and go down, you better watch out. I mean, Kawhi Leonard, this dude gets hurt so much, but he is so good. So good. All right, let's get some text.
I was going to tell you this real quick. On Twitter, they removed blue check marks from people.
Right, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
You got to pay for them.
Right, sure.
Whenever I first saw that Kawhi tweet, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it because the guy
no
who
blue
tweeted it
check
didn't have a blue check mark. But then the Woj retweeted him, so I figured it had to be true.
Okay.
But anyway.
Yeah, things have changed. Things have changed on Twitter.
Let's see here. Jim, did you see ESPN's FPI rankings? They have Ohio State as a 37% chance to win the national championship.
Huh. I wonder what the reason. I did not see it. I wonder what the reason. I'll have to go look at that. I wonder what the reasoning is.
Right here, and it's all like they have a formula for that, but they've got 37% just about. Alabama's
really
next
high.
at 20.4%. Georgia's at 19%.
Huh. Well, I mean, I don't even know who's playing quarterback at Ohio State. Does anybody know? I don't even know who it is. With those three teams right there, in my opinion, it's going to be whoever has the better quarterback. Because all three of them are getting a new quarterback, Matt, right? All three of them.
You're right. You're right.
So I think it's all about quarterback.
They have 60% chance to make the national championship game, according to this.
That's got to have something to do, dude, with their schedule. And,
yeah.
I mean, it's got to have something to do with something like that.
Well, they don't really play anybody. I mean, they play at Notre Dame.
Yeah, and
so that won't
of
be
course
easy.
they play Michigan.
They get at Michigan too. Other than that, at Wisconsin, that'll be tough. At Purdue, probably won't be easy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Texas is number 4 on this list.
Texas number 4
in terms of odds to win the national championship. That is.
Okay, let's go ahead and then let's forget about it now. Okay, if Texas is the 4th favorite to win the thing, I'm beating it down. I don't care what kind of computers they use or anything. That's just ridiculous. Sick and tired of watching it. Skinny just said I need to look at Georgia's schedule. It might be the easiest SEC schedule you could create. Let's pull up Georgia's schedule. Let's see what's going on.
Okay.
Once again, though, the key is going to be I'm telling you, the key is going to be the quarterback. Which team is going to have the quarterback that's going to play?
Their non-conference games are Ball State, UAB, and Tennessee Martin.
3-0.
And Georgia Tech.
4-0.
Let's see. They start SEC play with South Carolina.
5-0.
They go to Auburn.
6-0.
Kentucky at home.
7-0.
They go at Vanderbilt.
8-0.
They play Florida.
9-0.
They get Missouri at home.
10-0.
They get Ole Miss at home.
11-0.
They travel to Tennessee.
Okay, now that could be a game they lose.
That's the second to last game of the season for them. That's interesting. And then their last game is Georgia Tech, like I already told you.
Yeah. So what's their total? Is their total 11? I wonder if their total is 11. I left that in the car. I had some totals for all the teams. If their total's 11, then they're going to at least tie it. And I don't even care who's playing quarterback. Now, I will tell you this, and this is very, very biased too, but they're going to miss Monken.
I agree. 100% agree.
Yeah, he's a big-time offensive mind. I didn't even see did they bring in Bobo back to be their offensive coordinator? Is that who came in?
Yeah, Mike Bobo.
He's a smart guy. He knows offense too. I wouldn't put him there with Monken, but that'll be. And I don't even know who the heck their quarterback is. Who's their quarterback?
Oh, wasn't there that kid that we saw who came in at points? No, I'm totally forgetting his name.
I can't remember either.
Look at the depth chart here.
By the way, listen to this.
Carson Beck.
Carson Beck. Okay.
They also have Vandegrift, who was committed to OU at one point.
Yeah. He's been there for about 15 years now. He never plays at all. Listen to this. According to listen to this. The FPI that the guy just brought up. Listen to the odds to win the Big 12. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Texas, 54%. OU, 25%. TCU, 6%. Tech, 4%. Baylor, 3%. Kansas State, 3%. Central Florida, 2%. And at the very bottom, OSU, 2%. So I'm just going to let you all know that I don't really agree with the FPIs already, some of the things that I'm looking at. And this is computer stuff, right? I mean, this is done, isn't it? Is it computer stuff?
They have a whole algorithm, and they figure out, and I don't know what all goes into it. There's a lot of stuff.
Right, scheduling, who's coming back, all that other stuff.
I don't think it's even meant to be necessarily like gospel or anything. They just put this together, and you kind of take away from it what you will. Yeah, 50%, that's way too high to win the conference.
Blaine texted me and said, someone needs to tell the FBI Texas hasn't won the Big 12 since 2009.
Now, they should be the number one team percentage-wise.
Well,
Do you
I
agree
got
with
them
that?
number one. Sure, yeah,
I think
absolutely.
They should
yeah.
be, but that's a little high.
But 54%?
Yeah, that's very high. Did you say Kansas State has a 3% chance?
3%.
I know they lose some guys, but that seems awfully low.
Well, what about OSU? 2%.
OSU at the lowest. Yeah. I could see some reason not to be optimistic about them this year.
Now listen, I'm not going to just totally buy in on the FBI because I think that Texas 54 is ridiculous. But for you OSU fans that constantly are messaging me and texting me and telling me that you think that they're going to be good, I just want to say why. Why do you think they're going to be good? I don't know. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. All right, we got calls, we got texts. We're going to get to it. You're on the Sports Animal. Go ahead, please.
Hi, this is Jeff. I'm the first-time caller.
Good, Jeff. We'll get to some Johnny's Charcoal Broiling when you're done, so hold on.
I have 2 questions for you, please.
Go right ahead.
I heard last hour you talking about the gambling and Oakland going to Vegas.
Yes.
Do you think all this talk of the way gamblers are being into sports now, that it'll make it a lot easier for Pete Rose to maybe get forgiven and be able to go in the Hall of Fame?
No, I don't think so. I think the only way Pete Rose is getting into the Hall of Fame is if he dies. And frankly, I don't know how you feel. Sounds like you might be a fan. I don't even want him to get in when he dies. But when he dies, I think that there'll be someone that says, "Look, we need to go ahead and put this guy in." I think there's a lot of people in baseball that don't want him to be able to enjoy getting in. That's kind of the feeling that I get from it.
You might be right on that. My second question is, I was at a trivia contest at a local bar, and one of the questions was, what former Baltimore Oriole pitcher risked his Hall of Fame membership by trying out for the Orioles again in spring ball? Do you know who that might have been?
Jim Palmer, maybe?
Yeah, that's who it was. I was floored by that.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. Matter of fact, I was in spring training with the Orioles when he did that. It was a really weird deal. I don't know why he did it. He still threw the ball pretty well, but it wasn't good enough to really kind of, he probably would have gone to like AAA more than likely. And of course, he wasn't going to do that. But yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Although I will tell you this: I think the questions might be a little bit overloaded. I don't think he was risking his Hall of Fame career. I think he was going to get in no matter what. Now, it would have been moved back if he would have played, but I think he was getting in either way.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thanks. Hold on the line. Appreciate you. By the way, the last two. This is from Skinny Matt. The last 2 years Texas won the Big 12 were years similar to this one, though. Teams replacing quarterbacks while they didn't have to. And league being down, which I believe is going to be this year, going into this year. Yeah, I don't know, the league being down is interesting. I don't know.
I know everybody hates Quinn Ewers, too, because he took some lumps as a freshman. I'm not assuming he's going to be great either, but I think people are a little bit hard on him.
Yeah, I mean, he threw some balls. It really blew my mind, though.
He showed his arm
talent. He was really high on some balls.
Showed his arm talent, but the accuracy, I'm with him.
So if he gets better, then, yeah, I mean, that's going to be one of the biggest keys.
But I think people are like, I've heard a lot of OU fans just automatically assume their quarterback play is going to be bad. Because Quinn's overrated,
OU fans,
because Arch Manning is overrated.
Yeah, listen, OU fans hate Texas. They always think they're going to be bad. But you know what? They normally are worse than everybody thinks they're going to be. So I can't fight with an OU fan. I do think Ewers is he did some good things, and then he did some things that weren't so good. So we'll see.
It's a lot of freshman quarterbacks, by the way.
You're right. Everybody thinks, I guess they forgot that he went to for a year at Ohio State, but he didn't play at all. That was his first football. Look, I don't think Ewers is a superstar that some thought he might be. But I think he's got a chance to be a good quarterback. We'll see. I think right now probably the best quarterback starting off the season is going to be the kid in Kansas. And then after that, I think it's probably wide open. I think that Dylan Gabriel could very well be fighting Ewers for a second team right now, preseason.
How about that, too? Saying, yeah, definitely the best quarterback is Kansas. Everybody else, I don't know.
I know.
What a
It's
statement.
crazy. It's crazy. But don't you agree with it?
Yes, I do. I think it's right.
He's a good player.
I think it's right.
He can really make some plays. What, let's get a couple texts in before we go to break. 405-900-9957. That's a Lucky Star line if you'd like to talk. I would love to talk to you. What do you got?
I like this one that says that we need a MLB team in Oklahoma. Jim, you manage them, and I can play the guy who plays Jonah Hill, I guess.
So you're going to be the general manager? No, you weren't the general manager. You were the analytical guy.
Yeah, he was like an advisor. Yeah, that's right.
D. Podesta, isn't that his name?
Is that who he plays in that film?
That's who he plays. That's who it is. D. Podesta. And then he went to, was it the Twins or was it the Blue Jays or Detroit? He went to one of those teams up there north, and then he went to the Cleveland Browns. When Baker Mayfield got there, they went out and got him and brought him in, and it's the very first team that started doing analytics in the NFL. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right. D. Podesta. By the way, I was watching that crazy movie with Jonah Hill and them young dudes where they're drinking, and the dudes are the policemen, and they have that party, and what is that?
Oh, you're talking about Superbad?
Superbad. I was watching that the other night. So funny.
Oh, yeah.
And I could only think about Jonah Hill in that movie versus Jonah Hill in Moneyball.
Totally different.
What a different dude.
Jonah Hill's got a little range now. I think he's a little underrated as an actor.
I think he's a guy. I like the guy, man. I like him. He's funny, too. He can be really funny.
It's weird when he lost all that weight.
I know. It is weird. It's really weird.
Hey, I should mention this because we got a number of texts, especially when you started off the show talking about it. We didn't get to the text line until later, but there's a lot of people wanting you to talk about what happened last night, Shawnee getting hit, damage, and all of that.
Okay. Coming home from Carter Chevrolet yesterday, I got hit by an amazing amount of hail. It's the biggest hail I think I've ever seen personally. Some of them were baseball size. Almost every one of them were golf ball size. Right there on the Northwest Expressway before I got to the turnpike, and I could not get to the bridge. I didn't know. There's nothing that I could have done. I thought about turning around, but I couldn't do that because it was like people everywhere. I thought about like going off of the road and trying to get under some trees, but there just wasn't a good spot. I was already past that 7-Eleven, and so I was thinking maybe I could go back and go underneath with the gas, but it was horrible. I mean, horrible. And the sound was something I've never heard in my life. I mean, it literally, I'm not saying that it's like being in a war zone, but it sounded like I was in a war zone. And I'm sure it's a billion times worse. I would never say the same, but it was so loud. And if you go to Instagram at Jim Traber, if you go look at my post at Jim Traber, you can see it. I took a video of it today and show you, and I didn't really get a great view of it, but I videotaped the dents all over my brand spanking new car. It's exactly a month old. You can also see my spaceship, because that's what it is. It looks just like a spaceship, like I'm getting ready to take off. But I wish I could have taken off and gone above the clouds.
Zalatoris.
But man, it was so bad. So bad. Yeah, there were a lot of bad things happening. Really bad things. Like on the turnpike, this guy's texting me and he's right. They were all of them were just stopped on the turnpike, dude. Everybody was just stopped. And then they were underneath the overpasses, and people were the police were driving up down the road telling people get out from under. I know that Northwest Expressway was totally stopped. Nobody was moving because we were all jammed under this daggone bridge. But unfortunately, my car got obliterated. I mean, obliterated. But I do have a very good insurance agent who is my son-in-law. So that should help me. So I'm going to have to get... I think I'm going to go to my man J.P. Willis to get the work done, what you talking about, Willis? Remember the commercials for that, Matt, on the radio?
Yes.
On the radio?
Yep.
So, hopefully they'll be able to fix it all up.
A lot of damage,
upset.
though, man. That was crazy to see.
And And that's the other thing too. I sit here and complain, but my God, somebody lost their life yesterday down in Cole. It was just amazing. Cole, I've never seen like it. That was a huge, and I mean huge, tornado.
No, that was crazy. And then Shawnee High School, I know, got hit too. We had the athletic director and the superintendent on earlier with Mark. Yeah, just crazy.
Yeah, that's out here, right near me, down the road here in Shawnee. So, yeah. Crazy stuff. We live in Oklahoma, though. What it is.
Get in the hole.
That's what happens in the state of Oklahoma. Time for an OG&E break. It's National Volunteer Month. Join OG&E in bettering our communities. I'm here today at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort in Shawnee, exit 178 off I-40. They got all the games you want. Beautiful hotel, spa, restaurants. The Flame, if you haven't been to the Flame Steakhouse, Brazilian Steakhouse, you need to go. It's really, really good. Craps table opens up in about 35 minutes. We'd love to see you out here. When we get back, we'll take more calls and text messages right here on the leader in sports, The Animal.
But first, breaking news. Tap into the WWLS mobile app today for the latest stories, events, podcasts, and news from the Sports Animal. And now sports. Available for free at the App Store and Google Play. Catch live audio and video streams and much more inside the WWLS mobile app. Powered by Chapel Supply, the nation's leading dealer of American-made cleaning equipment, chemicals, parts, and service. 98.1 FM, WWLS. The Sports Animal.
Do not miss the boxing event of the year this Saturday live on Showtime pay-per-view. It is power versus speed as Gervonta Tank Davis and King Ryan Garcia meet in the dream match of the undefeated. Saturday, April 22nd. Two of boxing's biggest names will go toe-to-toe, leaving only one with the crown of undefeated. This highly anticipated fight to the finish will keep you on the edge of your seat from the opening bell to the final countdown. Go to sho.com/PPV to claim front row right now. That's sho.com/PPV.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching a kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, trunk lids, license plate holders, and headlights. They've got lots of headlights. When you need parts, get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's gonna fit. eBay Motors. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
April's Shower of Cash. Two lucky players will win $500 to $1,000 cash hourly from 5 to 9 p.m. Thursdays at Cimarron Casino. And April 28th and 29th, it's the Iowa Tribe of Oklahoma Rodeo, 7 p.m. at the Outdoor Event Grounds in Perkins.
American Express has got your back with cards to fit your lifestyle. Want to unpack unbelievable experiences? Green, gold, and platinum cards are here to help. Need a little cash back? Blue Cash Every Day and Blue Cash Preferred are your go-to. Looking for some more travel perks, bonus points, or miles? That's where our partner cards with Delta and Hilton come in. See if you pre-qualify for an American Express card with no impact on your credit score. Learn more at americanexpress.com/check-4-offers. Your credit score may be impacted if you accept a card. Terms apply.
Only at Eskridge Honda. Come shop all of the new 2023 Honda Accords, completely redesigned and in stock today. Now with just 3.9% for up to 48 months, or with just $298 a month on the Accord LX. The new model has something for everyone, like Google integration or hybrids that get 51 miles per gallon. Come drive and find the right model for you. That's going the Eskridge Mile online at eskridgehonda.com.
Start number 230268, 4800 now plus DTNL, first month's payment, 36 month, 30,000 mile lease, WAC, MPG based on 2023 EPA mileage ratings used for comparison purposes only. Mileage will vary and other factors.
Grill on the Hill, located in the historical Capitol Hill at 324 Southwest 25th Street, is brought to you by Happy Plate Concepts, the creators of Sunnyside Diner and S&B's Burger Joint. Grill on the Hill opens for breakfast every day at 7 a.m. They've got all the classics like hand-breaded chicken fried steak and eggs. Or try something new like Rory's favorite omelet, loaded with slow roasted beef, caramelized onions, provolone cheese, horseradish, and au jus. They also serve lunch from 10:30 to 2 p.m. where you'll find more classics like the Patty Melt or a Grill on the Hill
cult favorite, the Memphis Burger. They have daily specials like all-you-can-eat Catfish Thursdays and a private room for all your upcoming meetings, parties, and events. Check out GrillOnTheHill.com to book the space, and they'll take care of all the details. Grill on the Hill, Capitol Hill's friendliest grill, making friends since 2008. Grill on the Hill is this week's sweet deal. Get a $50 gift certificate for just $25. Limited supply, so be on time at thesportsanimal.com at 8:20 Friday morning.
A stellar reputation is critical in business, but even more important in healthcare. That's why I go to McBride Orthopedic Hospital. The docs at McBride are award-winning specialists who built a world-class organization. For more than a century, McBride has been the gold standard in orthopedics. And their staff, oh my goodness, exceptional. There's only one place to go in Oklahoma when you need orthopedic help. It's McBride. Call McBride today, 405-230-9270, or go online at mcboh.com. McBride is the only choice for me.
100% physician-owned. Buffalo Wild Wings on Northwest Expressway continues to provide a unique brand of service and hospitality that's made us a fan favorite for 21 years. So whatever your passion, great food, top sports, or just a casual environment to spend time with friends or family, remember Buffalo Wild Wings on Northwest Expressway. Remember B-Dubs and Ena, too.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Smoothie King asks, what's that sound? That's the sound of hearts popping out of your eyes when you see Smoothie King's all-new smoothie
Out of
bowls.
nowhere.
These Power Pack beauties are just waiting to be spooned. Our smoothie bowls start with acai or pitaya and are handcrafted with fresh toppings like sliced bananas, sweet berries, ripe mangoes, crunchy Purely Elizabeth granola, and a savory peanut butter drizzle. That's the sound of a smoothie bowl being made fresh, just for you. The new Smoothie Bowls menu, only at Smoothie King.
If you're looking to move out of your parents' place, you could really cut expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive, which is good because your little brother has gotten really territorial. You're blood related. You'd think it would be fine to share food in the fridge. I mean, who writes their name on every individually wrapped slice of cheese, Tyler? Still, you've got to admire the commitment. So bundle your renter's and car insurance with Progressive and use the savings to help you move out and have all the cheese you want. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
Zalatoris making the talk.
The Sports Animal Studios, powered by the OKC Thunder. Summer break is right around the corner, and so are Thunder youth camps. Sign up today for our Thunder coatings or youth basketball camps at OKCThunder.com/summer camps.
Get ready for the 2023 Oklahoma Spring Game Saturday with the Sports Animal live from O'Connell's on historic Campus Corner. Al Eschbach, the legend, kicks off coverage at 12:30 with in-depth previews. Myself, Matt Ravis, will be joined by Matt Meyer to recap the game afterwards. Total coverage of the spring game on 98.1 FM, thesportsanimal.com, and the Sports Animal app.
We're back here at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort in Shawnee. Exit 178 off 540. All the games you want are here. Come on. We are taking phone calls and text messages the rest of this hour. 405-900-9957. That is our Trade Pro Heat and Air text line. And it is also the Lucky Star line. 405-900-9957. And if you haven't heard, Kawhi Leonard not going to play tonight. No Kawhi Leonard for the Clippers.
I wonder if we'll see him again.
Yeah, you know, the knee, I mean, he's had so many problems with his knee. And they're saying it's not, you know, it's not because of that, but trust me, when you have problems with a joint and then you end up having surgery on it,
right?
Usually, whenever you have anything, it's due to the problems.
Whenever you have a chronic injury, it's chronic for a reason, right, Jim? It doesn't just magically go away.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you're right. I don't know. And you know, I'll tell you another thing too. I thought about this a few months ago, but he's one of those. He said that going crazy. He might be one of those dudes that just retires. You know, you just never know about him.
I thought
you
about
never know
that
what
a
he'll
little
do.
bit. I thought about what do the Clippers do here? They look at blowing this thing up. I mean, I feel like we have this conversation every time this year, or this time of year. You know what I mean?
I just don't think Ballmer's the kind of dude who will ever blow it up. Ever. I don't. When you have so much money that you don't know what to do with it, I just don't know that kind of guy will blow something up. But we'll see. I mean,
I'm not saying totally tank and go to the bottom, but at a certain point, is this Kawhi and Paul George thing going to work? Or do they just keep running that back forever?
Yeah. Well, we see when Kawhi's healthy, he's unbelievable. But
he was so dominant on both ends in the series, so it just really, it stinks more than anything.
Yeah. Unless you're like me and you pick the Suns.
Yeah, but I want to watch. You want to watch Kawhi play really good basketball.
I want to watch him. Sure, I do. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I want to watch him. You know what's interesting is that we get those things about how Paul George before the game was running up and down the floor at like full speed. Why ain't he playing then? I mean, I know I'm not stupid. I mean, I understand that it's not just about running up and down the floor. But that's just kind of interesting to me when they're going, oh, he looks great running up and down the floor, and then he doesn't play. So you'd think he'd be close if he's running up and down the floor. Anyway, 405-900-9957. Let's get to the phones. You're on the Sports Animal. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
What's up?
Hey, I have a question. Since the NFL draft is coming up, I've heard you talk about taking running backs in the first round. And it looks like I've seen a lot of mocks that says the Philadelphia Eagles are probably pursuing Bijan Robinson.
Yep.
And personally, I mean, I like the Eagles, but since drafting Jalen Hurts, I also figure you might want to put a little bit more like into the offensive line. So do you consider trading down, try to acquire like another second round pick, see if Bijan falls a little bit, and grab him a little later, plus having an extra draft pick? Because I see like Jason Kelsey is probably going to retire after this year. So having a young rookie behind him, learn from him, maybe something like that to kind of keep Jalen protected. But obviously, it seems like Jalen's going to be your franchise quarterback since signing. So, I mean, would that be a big bet?
Yeah, I appreciate the call. Here's my deal, and people know that listen to me, and you sound like you know this too. I would never draft Bijan Robinson at number 10. Never. I know that people are going to say, well, Jim, they're really close to winning the whole thing. You're right, they are really close. And last year they went all the way to the daggone championship game, okay, the Super Bowl, with pretty good running backs. Miles Sanders, he can do some really good things. And then the other dudes like Boston. Who was the third one, Matt? There was one more. Who was the third one?
Kenneth Gainwell.
That's right, Gainwell. None of those dudes were big-time stars coming out of college. You know, so I just... If you think that Bijan Robinson's going to come in there and win them the Super Bowl, I just don't believe that. I don't believe it. But if you get him, and he is good, Bijan Robinson is good, don't get me wrong. He's good. He's a stud. I don't know, is he better than Najee Harris was when the Steelers drafted him? I mean, I think they're probably pretty close.
I think people think he's a better prospect, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's better.
Yeah, and he might be. He might be.
People, what people say is that he's the best running backs prospect since Saquon.
Look how much Saquon's done for the Giants. I mean, has he gotten them to a high level? No, he's been hurt, and the quarterback is so-so. Now he's getting paid a bunch of money. I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying, you take a running back, they're not making you better. They're not making you a lot better. Running backs do not make teams a lot better. They don't. Now, they can be really good. I'm not saying they aren't.
See what Zalatoris
But the running backs, the offensive line has to block, and
200 yards.
Quarterbacks have to make plays. So if they do it, hey, more power to them. They got a tremendous team. But I wouldn't do it.
They will have to figure out how to replace Miles Sanders, but you can easily do that later.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee you there's going to be a running back in the third round or so that's going to be really good. Every single year, you go look. What's that stat I gave? What is it? The last 20 years, the team who's won the Super Bowl has not had a first round running back.
2 over.
Think about that.
1 over right now.
I think it's the last 20 years, the Super Bowl champion has not had a first round running back. if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does. So there'll be a running back this year, guaranteed, 3rd, 4th, 5th round, who will play for somebody and will be good that nobody knows is going to be good.
Get in the hole.
And that player very easily could play for the Philadelphia Eagles. But anyway, Bijan Robinson's a stud. I'm not going to say he isn't. Najee Harris is a stud. Saquon Barkley is a stud. But I just don't think running backs should be drafted that high. Game's different now. 405-900-9957. You know, we get some text now. Is that what you want to do?
Sure. You can do some text here. Pacheco, 7th rounder.
There, perfect.
Text right there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Boy, I loved him. You picked him up in fantasy, and I love that kid. Love him. They should have given him the ball more.
Zalatoris at +2 now.
Although they like McKinnon a lot, too.
We got a text on Jonah Hill. He was Peter Brand. That's who he was in that movie.
What?
In Moneyball.
He was not Dee Podesta?
Yeah, that's what the text says.
Okay,
But maybe that is that a fictional character who's based on Dee Podesta? Or
although Billy Bean
is a real character. Yeah, it looks like Peter Brand is a fictional version of Dee Podesta. So you're both right.
Thank you okay, thanks for the texter. But yeah, Dee Podesta was the guy's name of the part that was played. And then Billy Bean was the general manager. Art Howe was the manager.
No, too much.
I know a little bit about those dudes. Billy Bean, I was a friend of mine. I knew Billy Bean. That was one of the weirdest deals ever, man. There were two outfielders that played back when I played in the minor leagues and some in the big leagues who were both named Billy Bean. And the other Billy Bean, you know what he's famous for, Matt?
For coming out, right?
Coming out. That's right. Yep. I think he's the first baseball player that's ever come out.
Zalatoris.
So
save his round.
And then the other Billy Bean, of course, was a high pick. Matter of fact, 1st round pick for the Mets. Never really got there. Played a little bit, and then became a tremendous general manager with Moneyball. Another one. You got another text?
Yes. Steve Ballmer and the Sixers are paying for their arena with 0 taxpayer money. Any comments on that?
Steve Ballmer, you mean the Clippers, not the Sixers?
Yeah, they said the 76ers. That's what you have when you call read a text.
Yeah, no, I love it. Listen, when you got billions and billions of dollars, go for it. But if you don't have billions of dollars, then the city should help.
Clay Bennett's got a lot of money. It still doesn't come close to Steve Ballmer money.
It's not even, they're not even, for people that are out there, it's not even the same category. Please don't think that. If that's why the guy sent the message, I'm not ripping on you, but if you're trying to say, hey, maybe the Thunder should build their own arena, it's not even close. Matt Ravis, I'm sure, is going to look it up right now. The net worth of Ballmer versus Clay Bennett, I'm going to guess.
Well, Ballmer's a billionaire.
I'm just going to guess. I'll bet you that Ballmer's $1.5 billion in his net worth, and I'll bet you that Clay Bennett's $200 million. That's my guess.
I'll look up Clay Bennett, but multiply that by about 90, and you'll have Steve Ballmer.
90 billion?
Yeah, that's his net worth.
Okay, well then, this isn't even, we shouldn't even talk about this. What, Clay Bennett is what?
I mean, this is a total estimate from a website, but they say 400 million.
Okay, so I wasn't too far off. Yeah, 400 million, 90 billion. So please, I don't ever want to hear when we come down to trying to vote again to try to get the arena or whatever's going to happen. Please don't compare it to Ballmer. Okay?
No, I'm interested because the Sixers are building a new arena.
So the Sixers are? Now who's their owner?
That guy who just bought the Commanders, I know, is one of their owners.
He's one of them?
That may have changed, but I know he used to. Yeah. Harris Blitzer. And Josh Harris is the guy who bought the Commanders. That's who owns the Sixers.
And
they're a couple of private equity guys.
You got some net worth on him?
They're both private equity guys. I bet it's in the hundreds of millions, but I can look it up.
Thank you, man.
Josh, I was low. How about $6 billion for Josh Harris?
Yeah, see, you're not talking about the same thing. People, go just write it out and look at the zeros. The difference between $6 billion and 200 or 400 million. It's huge. Huge. Yeah, $6 billion. Wow. So 10 times 400 million is 4 billion. So that's another. So that dude is worth 15 times more than Clay Bennett is. And then, 90 billion? 90, that'd be 180. He's about 200 times more rich than Ballmer is than Clay Bennett. Of course, Clay Bennett has other people in the ownership group. I guarantee you're going to get texts, or you already have.
Yeah, that
It's
guy
not
actually
just Clay Bennett.
sent that back. Yeah, there are multiple wealthy owners.
Yeah, no, that's right. But you know what? If you added up all the wealth of the owners of the Thunder, it wouldn't even come close to 90 billion of Ballmer.
In fact, if you added up the net worth of all the owners in the NBA, it still isn't as much as Steve Ballmer.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So that just shows you how stupid, filthy rich that guy is.
You think about this, okay? Arenas nowadays, they're going through the roof. But I would say that you could build the most impressive arena all time for $1 billion. Is that fair to say?
Big time
for $1 billion? Is that about right? Because I think some of these arenas nowadays are like 800 million and 700 million. I don't know. Maybe I'm off. But if he used his own money, if he bought $1 billion, that's 1/90th of what he's worth. So I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Yeah. I mean,
oh man,
what is a billion or a million? That's 1,000. Or excuse me, a million is 1,000 times, right?
What do you mean?
That's what a million is 1,000 times 1,000, is it not?
Okay.
And then I think a billion is a million times 1,000. Just to tell you the difference between that.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit off on that. Somebody just said, does McClendon's family still own part of the Thunder? I think they sold, I think. So 10 times 100 is 1,000, right? 10 times 1,000 is 10,000. So 1,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000. That's what you said.
Yeah.
So would it be 100,000 times 1,000 would be 10 million?
No, I think it's a million. Excuse me, a billion is a million times 1,000, is what it is, right?
Yeah, you're right.
A million times 1,000 is a billion.
Okay.
Versus 1,000 times 1,000. So yeah, it's just not even close.
Everybody let it be known, okay? Don't bring up Steve Ballmer when you talk about the Thunder ownership, okay? Just don't do it. Let's take an OG&E break. We're here at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort. More calls and texts next. And the legend, Mr. Al Eshbeck, coming up soon on The Animal.
You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But inflation and recession has you wondering if all your hard-earned equity will still be there. What if you could recession-proof your equity right now? You can with Truehold. Truehold will buy your home for its best current value before a recession can erode it. You get to bank all the cash now and live in your home for as long as you want. And Truehold covers all property taxes, insurance, repairs, and maintenance. And since Truehold pays your home's current value in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't wait for inflation, recession, and interest rates to erode your home's value. Visit Truehold.com and discover how much Truehold will buy your home for today, based on its best current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without having to move. That's Truehold.com.
Are you in need of purchasing your own health insurance? Are you turning 65 and confused about Medicare? Are you an employer looking at offering benefits to your staff? Call the agents at Allison Insurance. They'll sort through the confusion. They're not captive to just one company, and they'll get the best option for you. Don't get frustrated. Call Allison Insurance at 800-580-5587 or 745-2968. Allison Insurance. They are the experts.
We want to see you at Kalidi Kia.
Hey, Sabi, where are you at? Driving to Watonga. Why Watonga? Are you getting some cheese? No, Corey. The gas is 4 cents cheaper. I'm saving a lot of money. No wonder why. People travel from all over the Midwest to buy from Kalidi Kia. But they're saving thousands, not just pennies. Are you sure it's really worth your drive? Well, okay. I also really like the Watonga cheese. I knew it. Like people come to us for the low prices and the best customer service. Corey, that's kind of cheesy. Well, Sabi, nobody is cheesier than Kalidi Kia. Corey, nobody.
Locally owned Icon Cinema Windsor is now open and offers a luxury experience at an affordable price. Reclining luxury seating with phone chargers, unlimited drinks and popcorn on the day of purchase. Icon Cinema, located at 4623 Northwest 23rd off Meridian behind Crest.
Hey, this is Jim Traver from the Sports Animal, sitting down with my man, Heisman Trophy winner Jason White, former OU quarterback and current HVAC expert with Air Comfort Solutions. Jason, be honest, do I need to get my AC serviced?
Absolutely, Jim. If nothing else, it'll save you money.
Whoa, tell me now, I love money.
The more energy efficient your system, the less it costs to run it. An AC tune-up makes sure it's running as smoothly as possible, keeping money in your pocket.
Everyone loves saving money, but I'm sure you've got a scary reason. Put the fear in us. Jason?
Well, Jim, would you believe the EPA says the air in your house may be as much as 5 times more polluted than it is outside?
Seriously?
It's true, and a tune-up helps with the air quality inside your home. Plus, getting your AC serviced early means it's less likely to break down during the hottest part of summer.
All right, I'm convinced. How do I get a scheduled tune-up?
Easy, Jim. Make the winning call. 405-721-3740 or visit aircomfortsolutions.net.
Your winning call? 721-3740 and aircomfortsolutions.net.
Spring is here, which means spring sports, family gatherings, graduations, and of course, burgers. At Johnny's Charcoal Broiler, we celebrate all those things and so much more. If you need a banquet room for your large group event, we got those. And they're simple to reserve. Just give us a call. And don't forget the Johnny's Rewards app. Search Johnny's Hamburgers in your app store and get rewarded simply for using it. Start earning rewards today. However you dine, keep Johnny's in mind.
I'm starving. What are you munching on? Spicy cheese puffs? That's why you ain't feeling right. Processed foods like that can make you moody and sad. Here, try these. Apple slices with peanut butter. Natural snacks like fruit can actually help you feel happier, and the protein in peanut butter will fill you up. I feel better already. See? Told ya. Eat how you want to feel. Visit swapupok.com.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, our experts are getting rave reviews.
My visit was quick and easy. Jordan took care of everything.
At Valvoline, our experts go the extra mile. That's why we work hard to get our guests in and out quickly, every day. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
If you're playing up a storm at Cimarron Casino this spring, well, get ready. Luck is going to strike during April's shower of cash. Thursdays in April, every 10 points earned gets you a chance to be selected as one of 2 lucky players chosen hourly from 5 to 9 p.m. to win $500 to $1,000 cash. And for more action, join us April 28th and 29th for the Iowa Tribe of Oklahoma Rodeo. 7 p.m. at the Outdoor Event Grounds in Perkins. Cimarron Casino. It's a whole new game.
Now it's time for the Air Comfort Solutions winning call of the day. Make the winning call at 405-721-3740.
We're back. Grand Casino Hotel Resort, Shawnee. Phone calls, text messages as we wrap up the hour. Oh, it's going to be cold this weekend, Mr. Ravis. Cold.
I guess it means like no severe weather, at least.
That's
right?
true. Yeah. The only good thing about yesterday was that we needed rain.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get more rain, though. So hopefully Western Oklahoma can get some rain. Our good listeners out there. Let's want to take a phone call?
Let's start with some text here. Lines are open. 1 million seconds is 12 days. 1 billion seconds is 31 years. 1 million seconds is 12 days. 1 billion seconds is 31 years. Just another way to put that.
That is. Thank you so much for comparing what millions and billions are. That's a good one.
We didn't get this text on that topic. There are 10 cities that are waiting to poach a team that's willing to build an arena.
No, wait a minute. I said they're going to poach a team?
Yeah, they said there's 10 cities waiting to poach a team that's willing to build an arena.
Yeah, I just don't know if anybody's going to be giving them up. Obviously, Vegas is taking the A's, and then both Seattle and Vegas are going to get the expansion teams for the NBA. I think it's pretty obvious. And then, did he list the cities?
No.
Huh. I wonder what they are. I've always thought it's really weird that Kansas City doesn't have.
Yeah, that's what
more
I was
than
going to say. Kansas City is one of them.
St. Louis used to obviously have football. Now, what do they have? They only have baseball, right? No, they got hockey too.
The Blues, yeah, the Blues and the Cardinals. There's a lot of people who bring up like Mexico City.
Yeah. I know that's interesting because obviously we've gone into Canada. So I will tell you this, though. Mexico, I don't know, man. It's kind of scary right now. With all the cartels and everything. I know that the bigger cities aren't as bad, but there's huge gang violence in Mexico City. Of course, there's gang violence in our cities here, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting. No one's ever gone to Mexico. So maybe somebody will. I don't know. I know we play an NFL game there every year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, NBA plays there, too. Did they play there this year? I know the Thunder played there several years ago, like against the Nets, if I remember right.
I don't think they did play there this year. At least I don't remember it. Okay, well.
You know, the Mavericks played like was it the Pistons or somebody? Maybe it was the Clippers. But yeah.
You know, Watson said Kansas City not having an NBA team is truly mind-blowing.
No.
They got top 5 basketball fanatics. I mean, they're crazy, you know? And they have great arenas there already. They really do have good arenas.
Was it the T-Mobile Center? Is that what it is?
Yep, I think that's it, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. I wonder, I'm not saying the guy's right or wrong. I just don't know what 10 cities that would be. I don't know. I wonder if Austin is one of them.
Interesting.
Austin is just, I mean, it's just psychotic. I mean, my daughter lives there, you know, it's ridiculous how many people have moved in there from California and other places now. It's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I think it could definitely support a professional team. So I wonder if Austin's one of those.
Nashville is one I remember people brought up.
Nashville's doing well with hockey.
San Diego. A couple other.
San Diego's had its chances, though. San Diego has had its chances.
Yeah, boy, who they have? They have the Braves. Were they there? San Diego Braves? Is that what they were?
They had the Clippers. The Clippers were in San Diego before they went to Los Angeles. And they weren't called that, were they? The San Diego
So
Clippers
they moved from Buffalo. They were the Buffalo Braves and moved and became the Clippers. Is that
That's
what you're
right.
saying? Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they went to Los Angeles. San Diego, San Diego lost their football team. They lost. See, I'm going to tell you this, man. I don't feel real bad for teams that lose their teams. Cities that lose their teams. I don't. And if Oklahoma City someday lost the Thunder and I'm still alive, I'm not going to feel bad for Oklahoma City. I'm not. It's up to you to keep it. You got to do it. You got to figure it out. I know that's a little bit callous, man. But, I don't feel sorry for Seattle. You had a chance. You let it go. I know probably people think I'm being very callous here, so I'm sorry.
Presti did say something today about Mayor Holt. I'm trying to figure out the exact quote in the arena.
Was it good or bad?
He said Presti, when asked about the possibilities of a new arena, he just said that's really a Mayor Holt thing.
Interesting. Well, it's crazy to think because this arena's not that old, but it is old according to the NBA, right?
Yeah.
And I think that they're probably going to go ahead and make a move. Someday soon, they're probably going to have to build a new arena. And there'll be people so mad about that, Matt, you can't explain it. When this arena was built, you were a child.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Wait till you see something like that. You're not going to believe it. It's crazy. Because there are so many people that are so adamantly against using funds to help build an arena, it's not even funny.
Sure.
And listen, I can't scream at those people because
I get that,
they look
actually.
at the teams, and the teams are making so much money. The players are making so much money. And then they come to just normal people and say, hey, will you give us some money so we can build an arena?
Yeah.
I understand it, man.
Yeah, when you haven't individually seen the benefit necessarily.
Exactly.
I think that might be a little short-sighted way of looking at it.
No, it is. I think it is, but I understand it.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying, is I understand that. Yep.
And of course, we're doing Sports Talk Radio. We want everything, right? Anything that has to do with sports, we want it.
Of course.
But there's people out there. There's even people out here that listen to us that are like, I don't want to give any more money for that.
No, I've talked about listeners with that and heard, both sides of that. So.
Yeah, crazy. But they're going to try soon. There's no doubt. They've already talked about it, right? Already talked about it. So.
Yep.
Well, listen, great job today, Mr. Ravis. Who do you like tonight?
Give me Sixers, give me Warriors, give me Suns, I guess. I got to pick the Suns.
I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going Kings to go up 3-0.
Ooh, we'd be in sweep territory if that happens.
I'm just saying, I think Draymond Green means a lot. And I'm telling you, I think Poole is in a funk. I think Poole wants out if Draymond Green stays. And he is so huge for them, he has to score off their bench.
Yeah.
He has to.
No, you're right.
And I wonder, will Steve Kerr, with Draymond out, will he play Kuminga and Moody a little bit more? I wonder.
Will. I think he will. Now, he's got to trust him, but I think he will.
Well, you're the one that says that he doesn't trust him.
I know.
And I agree
but
with you.
But he has no choice. He has no choice in this. They're 6.5-point favorites, by the way, the Warriors are.
Oh, I don't care. I'm going with the Kings.
All right.
And I'm being biased because I love the Kings.
Light the beam is what you're saying.
That's right. Go, 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 Kings. Yeah, by the way, Mark Rogers just texted me about something else, but he says that he doesn't think they've made money the last few years. I don't know if I agree with you on that, Mark. I think the TV package is so high and their salaries have been so low. I think they have. You think they've made money the last couple of years, Matt?
Most of their money comes from TV revenue, right? Like
exactly.
The overwhelming majority. So I would guess, but I don't know about the business side of that. Interesting.
Mark says they don't think they have the money to just fund an arena. Dude, I didn't say that. If people think I said that, no. I know that the team doesn't have enough money to fund an arena, and neither does its owners. I'm saying the opposite of that. I'm saying the only way they will be to build arena is with help, Matt. I want to get that straight. If I've said something differently, I apologize.
No, we were saying that they can't go the private route like they did with Ballmer.
No chance. Oh, Mark's saying he's agreeing with me. Okay, Mark. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were disagreeing with me, or you thought I said something different. Okay, good. Yeah. No, I think we're all on the same page. They don't have enough money. Although I don't know if they've lost money the last couple of years, Mark, because of the TV package is so huge and their salaries are so low. Right?
But he's saying on tickets and concessions. And
they've been down.
Like
they've been. Well, they're last in the league this year. And they got to get better on that.
And then COVID didn't help, obviously.
COVID hurt everybody. All right, man. Good job, Matt.
All
Appreciate
right.
you.
Yeah, thanks. See you.
Time for No Genie break. It is National Volunteer Month. Help better the communities. Here today at the Grand Casino Hotel Resort, Shawnee, Mr. Al Eshbeck joins us next on The Leader in Sports. This is The Animal.
Are you tired of hearing excuses for why teams win or lose? WWLS The Sports Animal has the show for you. The Bottom Line with Matt Meyer, Saturdays at 11 a.m. It's No Excuse Radio.
We now go live to
Matt gives you a chance to sound off on the world of sports. Share your comments or thoughts with a call into the show. Or tweet him directly at Bluto51 or at Sports Animal. Get the Bottom Line with Matt Meyer, Saturdays starting at 11 a.m. on 98.1 FM, WWLS, The Sports Animal.
This report.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs.
I never really thought about tools until I bought a house in the suburbs. It's like this weird homeowner test if I need a tool for a project and don't have it. And my neighbor Ted loves to give me that look when I ask to borrow a pole saw. A year ago, I didn't even know pole saws existed. And now I gotta borrow one from Ted? What is happening?
Anyway, when you save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto, that's the easy part of adjusting to the suburbs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
There's been a few changes in the auto industry over the past couple of years, huh? Not just fuel economy, but terms like range and charging are now in the conversation. There's never been more options. At Randy Bowen Chevy GMC, we understand there's plenty to consider. Visit RandyBowenChevrolet.com to get started. Then call us and we'll walk you through any questions and take our time. You'll find a different buying experience out here. Randy Bowen Chevy GMC at the gate in Chandler. It's different by design.
Oklahoma-based Precision Fluid Power sells new and remanufactured hydraulic pumps and motors, as well as repairs for virtually any hydraulic pump, motor, and cylinders. With free evaluations and a fast turnaround, the Precision Fluid Power team can help you with all your hydraulic needs, regardless of what equipment you operate: industrial, mobile, agricultural, construction. Precision Fluid Power's 150 years of expertise can help. PrecisionFluidPower.com.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Connor. If you're looking for a new zero-turn mower, that's our specialty at O'Connor's. See Oklahoma's largest inventory of Toro residential and commercial zero-turn mowers. Rough yard, you'll want Toro's patented My Ride suspension system. And best of all, unlike the box stores,
O'Connor's award-winning parts and service department makes your life easy after the sale. For a guaranteed low price and award-winning service, shop O'Connor's by Quail Springs Mall.
Bret Michaels, Party Gras 2023, Saturday, May 13th, First Console Casino. From over 50 million albums sold comes the Poison Hits and Solo Hits Live. All for the man who starred in VH1's Rock of Love, The Masked Singer on Fox, and ABC's Greatest Hits. Bret Michaels, Party Gras 2023. Purchase online at 7clans.com or by phone at 866-966-1777. Another breath of fresh air from Intervisions.
It's quite possibly the finest golf club cleaners ever made. It's Groove It Brush and the Groove It Mini G that simply attaches to the bag via a strong magnet. Hit them straight and keep them clean with Groove It Brush. Visit grooveitbrush.com. The Wet Club Scrub.
Every time I would try to quit smoking, I knew that tobacco had control of me. It's addictive, plain and simple. What made my most recent quit attempt successful was the nicotine patches that were provided from the Oklahoma Tobacco Helpline. It's free and it's available 24/7, so there are really no excuses.
For free support, quit coaching, and patches, gum, or lozenges, call the helpline at 1-800-QUIT-NOW or visit okhelpline.com, a program of TSET.
Did you know dairy cows have regular checkups with doctors just like you? Hi, I'm Leanne Vanderlaan, a proud dairy farmer from Oklahoma. Each month, our veterinarian visits our family dairy to make sure the cow...
Women always have more questions than men have answers to. Great example of this. 6-7 months ago, I get a text one day. The text says, "Please pray for Tom. He was in a bad wreck." I walk into the kitchen where my wife is. I said, "Hey, I just got a text that said, please pray for Tom. He was in a bad wreck." She said, "Was he driving?" I said, "I don't know. I just got a text that said, please pray for Tom. He was in a bad wreck." "Were Carol and the kids in the car with him?" "I don't know. I just got a text that said, please pray for Tom. He was in a bad wreck." "Were the people in the other car hurt?" "I don't know. I just got a text that said, please pray for Tom. He was in a bad wreck." "What hospital did they take him to?" "I don't know. I just got a text that said, please pray for Tom. He was in a bad wreck." She said, "Well, you don't know anything. What do you know?" "I know you need to pray for Tom. I just got a text, said he was in a bad wreck." Fact of life, women all.
I brought you down here today. I made my...
Tony, how are you? I guess I'm pretty good. Does that kind of bother you, having to intro yourself?
Nothing bothers me like that, okay? As long as I have been doing this stuff, you think that bothers me?
Not at all, not at all.
Okay, not at all.
Bad shot there.
Nice day, huh?
Wonderful outside. Nice and cool. I mean, what a wild ride yesterday.
You're not going to believe what happened to me.
Oh, really? There's a story?
What to tell to Jim if he ever comes back to do the show? I mean, did you get any rain going home?
I got rain, I got hail, I got everything yesterday.
Any damage to your car?
Luckily not.
Okay.
Get in the hole!
Got out of that.
I mean, that was bizarre, man.
Yeah, really, really wild.
Just, and we've gone so long without, think of it, it's been forever that during, but if we were going to 8 o'clock last night, I would have been off.
I got plenty of calls. You better watch it on your way home.
Yeah,
what the heck's going on? Everybody good?
We are very good.
Did you hear about what happened to me?
What happened to you?
My car got obliterated by, my brand new car got obliterated by hail. The biggest hail I think I've ever seen last night when I was driving home from Carter Chevrolet. Uh-oh.
You know what? I thought of you because I tried to get in touch with you. I was in a bad situation.
Really?
Okay, tell your story, then I'll tell my story.
Well, I'm just driving down the Northwest Expressway, and I pass that 7-Eleven, and the minute I get past the 7-Eleven, I start to see hail, and I'm thinking, boy, what should I do? And 10 seconds later, it is coming down so hard, and I'm talking about some of them were like baseballs. And I felt like I was in a war zone in my car. It was the loudest thing I had ever heard. I cannot believe my window didn't shatter. I just got lucky that one of the really big ones didn't hit my daggone window. But I have got dents all over my car. Brand spanking new, month-old car, obliterated. It was so bad. And then I'm trying to figure out what I should do. And I'm thinking, well, should I pull off somewhere and maybe try to find some trees? Or I don't know what to do. So finally, I know that there's a bridge coming up in about, I don't know, maybe about a half a mile. And it's underneath of the turnpike. So I'm coming down Northwest Expressway and just getting obliterated, and cars are like, I don't know, they don't even know what they're doing. I finally get there, and the entire road is totally cars underneath of the bridge. So I actually, with my Prius, go up a curb and kind of pull and try to get as much as my car under this bridge as I can, and the road is totally shut down. I mean, there must be 30 cars under this bridge, and they're all over the road. And then I looked, when I was driving up, I looked up on top of the turnpike, and it was, nobody was moving on the turnpike. It was all totally shut down. And I'm telling you, Al, this daggone hail is the biggest hail I've ever seen. The little ones were golf balls, and the bigger ones were baseballs. That's what was coming down. I couldn't believe it.
Well, did you ever think of not trying to get, when did you find out? Because that's
okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you. So you know how closely I follow this stuff, right?
Right.
So the minute my show was going to be over, you and I were talking on the air, I was looking at my radar, and there was nothing going on at all out near us, Okarche or anywhere down in there. But then I got in the car, and I guess what happened is that this daggone thing just popped up right over there by like Yukon, and started beating up Yukon, and then came right at where I was. So I don't know what I could have done. I guess I could have just sat. But then about 20 minutes later, Okarche got obliterated.
Then later, Edmund, I heard, got really hit with the hail.
Who's that?
Edmund.
Oh, Edmund, Julie. I was on the phone with Julie, and she was getting hailed on at our house. And then the other side of Edmund got it a little bit later. And then, man, Al, I don't know what your story is, but you got really lucky because that one tornado was coming towards you and it went back south. And that little town of Cole did you see that tornado? It was huge.
Let me tell the story now.
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
So I'm monitoring this thing and monitoring because it's coming. It's coming. It goes blanch it. And then I'm seeing it Cole, and then I'm monitoring, and then I'm keeping in touch with my two boys. One, Max, lives 5 blocks from me north, and Alex lives about 1.5 miles straight north of me. So, anyway, then they say it's going straight east. And at Cole, me and my 2 sons, lost internet. So, we're kind of not knowing what's going on, but we said, boom, it's going straight east, so it's barely going to miss me.
Right.
Then, Cisco texts me.
Yeah.
And he says, it's at Riverwind, and it's going straik north. Well, Riverwind is like a mile and a half straight north of me. I'm not worried about dying or anything. I'm worried about trees falling and stuff like that because I saw it was a massive storm, and it's like 1.5 miles from me coming my way. And then Cisco's giving me play-by-play on the whole thing. Says you have to have internet, and then he said it's weekend and boom. But yeah, I mean, first time in my life that I was worried.
Well, you should have called me.
But this thing was coming right at me.
Well, if that ever happens again, you call me because
I did call you.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I saw you call, but I thought it said 11:30 in the morning. I don't know what that was.
No, because I didn't have the internet, and I wanted to know what was going on because I thought then I was, it was clear it was going to go through Goldsby and then keep on going east. But then, so first of all, it was going to go northeast, right? It was going to go,
Right.
but then for some reason it hit another thing and it was going straight east.
They
So,
split.
okay,
They
so it was-
split totally up.
yeah, and so basically, I'm gonna be just barely missing me. Then
Yeah, I know.
It goes straight north.
I know that it was the weirdest thing because when that deal was coming at Cole, it went through Cole and just obliterated, and then it split, and that's the one that went towards you. The one went north, and the one went straight across. It was the weirdest thing ever, and I wish I would have known you called. My mother and father-in-law, my sister-in-law and her family, they were in a tornado shelter up there in North Norman, over in Brookhaven area, and they didn't bring their internet was out like you, and they didn't bring like a radio or anything, so they didn't. So I was keeping in touch with them, calling them and stuff. So that must be why I never got your call. But dude, it was
Yeah,
my
and
car
I thought
is
you
so
drive with the
bad.
hell. I thought because they kept on saying Edmond was getting killed. I'm thinking Jim's trying to get back to Edmond.
Yep.
And I didn't realize that on the Northwest Expressway it got obliterated.
Oh, it was so bad. And there were cars. I mean, I wish I could tell you how loud it was.
And Jim, I got lucky. No hail, a lot of rain, no hail. And
Well, that's perfect. That's what you want. A lot of rain. Yeah, and no hail.
I can't imagine being in a car getting dumped with hail like you did.
It was so loud. And the cars, Tony, you know this, the cars nowadays, they're made of, I don't know what they're made of, but it's, it's loud when things hit it. Oh, I couldn't believe it, man. I was in there going, no. That's what I was doing while I was driving down the road because I knew it was killing my brand new car, I mean, if this would have been my old car, I'd been like, okay, but man, it's a month old. Golly, it's horrible.
Insurance will take care of it for you.
No, yeah, and of course my son-in-law is my insurance guy, so that certainly helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, gosh, it was really. I got home, dude. I started crying. Julie's like, "What's the matter with you?" I said, "Look at my car." She goes, "It'll be fine." I said, "I know, but it's terrible."
Yeah.
I just.
Well, just the mental trying to drive through something like that would be, nerve-wracking.
I know it. And it's so weird because I was trying to think to myself, should I turn around or should I keep going really fast to get through it? Or should I pull over? I mean, I couldn't figure out exactly what to do.
What was the visibility with this stuff coming down?
It wasn't very good. But the rest of the cars were so clueless. I mean, I was just I drove around a couple of people. There were a couple of people just stopped right in the middle of the road on Northwest Expressway, 55 miles an hour. They just stopped.
Wow.
So I'm lucky I wasn't in an accident. But then when I drove up and I looked up at the turnpike, I couldn't believe it. It was like a parking lot. The whole thing was just still. No one was moving at all. I mean, trucks and everybody.
Yeah.
It was Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, it was, and they were all over the place too. This stuff was.
It was really weird. It was a really weird day.
Because
and
it was one in Midwest City, and then again, I really started following the thing, that was coming toward Cole and Blanche because that's where it's going to hit me. And
well, there was the first storm that went to you looked like it was going to lower right over there by the airport. It went over top of you a little bit north of you.
Yeah,
and
north of
you got some rain, I'll bet, but they got a bunch of rain and hail over in North Edmond. Maybe your son's got some. And then it looked like it was going to lower right over there by Tecumseh and the airport. And it never lowered. It just kept going. And that's the one that later lowered like towards like out here in Shawnee, because Shawnee High School got obliterated out here.
Did it really?
Yeah, it got beat up. And then the next one came, and I said to Julie, I said, call your mom. I said, this one is coming, and it's going to be bad. This is a bad one. And so they got back in their shut. Then I guess did your alarms go off? Did everything go off?
It went off. Yeah, and then after it was kind of crazy. Even after Cisco said everything's okay now. About 5 minutes later, the alarms went off again. The alarms are going off all night here.
Yeah.
See,
that's the one problem with those alarms is that if it's on one corner of your county,
right?
Well, it's going to be all over the county. So nothing may be happening at your house.
I don't pay attention with the alarms. The weather people do such a great job with this stuff. I mean, on TV.
Well, they were on top of it last night,
I bash Batard because with snow they got problems. But with this, they're the best in the country.
Well, there's a person that died in Cole, and we never have people die. So I don't know if that person was totally clueless or what was going on in that house. I saw the one house in Cole. My gosh, it was just, it wasn't even there. But it was really slow, too. That was another problem. It just sat there.
Yeah, and that's what I was asking. I'm asking Cisco. He said, okay, it's about ready to hit a river wind. And I'm going, well, has it hit yet? Has it hit yet? No, and everything was slow.
Oh, it was so slow. Yeah. It was grinding in the ground. That's how slow it was. Like in Cole, when you look at pictures of the Cole area, there's like the ground. It went into the ground. It was so slow.
It was so massive. I mean, that
my gosh.
That was
I'm watching and they're going, I don't know, Tony, if you were watching, but Tony, they go, this is wrapped in rain, it's hard to see. And then they took a picture from another side, and oh my gosh, the dude that was down there was like, oh, look at that. It was,
These are like the textbook supercells last night. Those pictures you see in other places, like we had that last night. UFO looking things.
Yeah, and let me tell you, if it would have hit, and listen, the people that live in Cole, I'm not saying anything bad, but if that would have been in a big city, like if that would have been in Edmond or Norman or Moore, it would have been really bad. Really bad. Now, it was bad in Cole, but obviously not a lot of people don't live there. I guess 3 people died in Cole is what I'm telling now.
Wow.
Condolences.
Yeah, I just it was brutal.
By the way, I just got a text. You remember Keith Hamilton that played at OU, Al?
Yeah.
I just got a text message from somebody who knows him really well. He lives in Washington, and he said, look at this. Look at it. He's got a tree that must be 100 years old that is totally shattered into the ground. The guy who sent this to me said that I took him deep when he was at OU. I guess I should be cocky and go one of many, but I'm not going to say that. I wouldn't say that. I really was not. I did not hit a bunch of home runs. I hit some, but not a lot. But yeah, this weather, I'll tell you what, too, Al. We were incredibly lucky that it was 80 degrees and not like 90 degrees, because if it would have been hotter, that was set up to have it. We might have had 15 or 20 tornadoes. We got really lucky as far as the weather's concerned.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was unbelievable. Wow.
Well, I'm glad. I'm sorry I didn't answer your call, man. Sorry. I was.
I'm a dumbass. I should have put the radio on, and I didn't. So that's on me.
Well, the radio is you can, all the stations had Tony, did we go to tornado coverage?
Yeah, no thanks to me, though. I bailed out before, so, yeah, we did.
You went home?
Okay. Yeah, ran right into the storm, man. Family's there. Kidding me?
Yeah, no, listen, dude, I have, in the past, I have left my show. When my kids were little, when my daughters were little, there were a couple times at like 3:30 I called up Baker and said, Bake, I'm going home, dude. I got to go take care of my family. Because there were tornadoes coming right at Norman. And, they used to, the tornadoes at Norman, you remember, they always used to miss, right? They used to get on the river and go to Moore, but now they hit Norman more.
Yeah, they go through Blanchard now instead of Newcastle. Now, last night they did go through Newcastle, but when they go through Blanchard, that's when they're going to hit North. If they're going through Newcastle, that's where they're going to hit more.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Well, you too, man.
That's some scary stuff.
It's just unbelievable.
I've never seen hail like the stuff that was hitting me. Never. I've seen some pretty big hail. Baseball, I've never seen a baseball-size hail. Never. And you should have seen it on the ground, too, guys. You know how they look like, how they got the COVID, Tony? For the COVID, it's got those little jagged things all over the place they show you.
Yeah.
Spikes, yeah. That's what some of these were looking like. So I'm just thinking, if it hits a person, you're done. I mean, you're gone.
Oh, I can only imagine if that hit a person.
And Al, in my backyard, I got some trees, and there were 3 rabbits hiding under these trees. They were scared to death that they were going to get hit by hail. When I got home, my whole yard was white, like there was snow on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's What an incredible phenomenon those tornadoes are. Gosh. Amazing.
And the hail. I mean, the hail.
And the hail,
hailstorm,
yeah.
It's
time for an OG&E break. It's National Volunteer Month. Join OG&E in bettering our communities. I'm here today at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort in Shawnee, exit 178 off 540. Got all the games you want. The craps table is open, so if you'd like to come on out and fire the dice, they're doing that right now. Great restaurants, bars, whatever you want here at the Grand Casino. More with the legend, Mr. Al Eshbeck. On the home of the Thunder, this show's known as the Dominant
Duo.
98.1 FM, WWLS, the sports animal, is on everywhere, anywhere, anytime, and on any device. At work, listen on thesportsanimal.com or on the go on the Sports Animal app. At home, tell Alexa and Google to play WWLS, the sports animal. And we're always on the radio dial at 98.1 FM and 9:30 AM. The Sports Animal, streaming to wherever you are. Driven by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, trusted.
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk, I would sleep upright with more pillows, but that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just one pill each morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
1 pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
If trying to fill open positions fills nothing but your calendar, then you need Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Find your next great hire visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Do you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes? Good news. There's a new way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative. Call U.S. Tax Shield, A+ rated with the BBB. 800-391-5063 for your free consultation and let U.S. Tax Shield protect you from the IRS.
This report.
Only at Eskridge Honda. Come shop all the new 2023 Honda Accords, completely redesigned and in stock today. Now with just 3.9% for up to 48 months, or with just $298 a month on the Accord LX. The new model has something for everyone, like Google integration or hybrids that get 51 miles per gallon. Come drive and find the right model for you. That's going the Eskridge Mile, online at eskridgehonda.com.
Start number 230268 48 average plus DT and first month's payment. 36 month, 30,000 mile lease, WAC, MPG based on 2023 EPA mileage ratings used for comparison purposes only. Mileage will vary and other factors.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Connor. Is your yard rough? Are you sore after mowing? You need a Ferris with 4-wheel suspension from O'Connor's Lawn and Garden. Others may claim to have suspension, but only Ferris's exclusive coil-over shock suspension system isolates both the operator and the machine from rough terrain, delivering a smooth ride and a manicured cut. Test drive a Ferris at O'Connor's and feel the difference. For a guaranteed low price and award-winning service, shop O'Connor's by Quail Springs Mall.
April's shower of cash. 2 lucky players will win $250 to $500 cash hourly from 5 to 9 p.m. Saturdays at Iowa Casino. And April 28th and 29th, it's the Iowa Tribe of Oklahoma Rodeo, 7 p.m. at the Outdoor Event Grounds in Perkins.
Now that open enrollment for healthcare coverage has ended, there's still several options to consider that just might benefit you. Need to purchase your own health insurance? Confused about Medicare? Considering offering benefits to your employees? Call the agents at Allison Insurance, featuring 70 plus years of combined insurance business experience. They're able to help clients avoid mistakes when purchasing individual or group health insurance. Call Allison Insurance at 800-580-5587 or 745-2968. They are the experts.
If you have joint pain and they're telling you surgery is your best option, please stop what you're doing right now and call QC Kinetics. Hey, it's Phil Nzinga. The folks at QC Kinetics use the latest, most advanced regenerative treatments to bring lasting pain relief the natural way. Regenerative medicine harnesses your own body's healing agents to restore and repair damaged tissue in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. The precision treatments are done in the office with no drugs and no downtime. QC Kinetics has hundreds of clinics across America and thousands of satisfied patients. If your joints are aching from arthritis or injury, look beyond steroids and surgery and discover the amazing possibilities with regenerative medicine. You need to live life to the fullest and do things you love to do. It's a free consultation. You've got nothing to lose. Call QC Kinetics now. 405-900-PAIN. That's 405-900-PAIN. QC Kinetics. 405-900-PAIN.
Want to know the impact the people of Oklahoma oil and natural gas make to our state? They're Oklahoma's single largest taxpayer, the largest contributor to our schools, the top driver of our economy. In short, they make Oklahoma go. Learn more at OERB.com.
Assurance. You feel it when you know someone's got your back. At Bob Moore Ford, we get it. It's why we're proud to offer certified pre-owned vehicles through Ford Blue Advantage. With a 90-day, 4,000-mile comprehensive limited warranty and a 139-point inspection by certified technicians, you'll drive with the peace of mind that only Ford Blue Advantage can deliver. Experience exceptional at Bob Moore Ford on Southeast 89th and I-35 or online at bobmooreford.com.
American Express has got your back with cards to fit your lifestyle. Want to unpack unbelievable experiences? Green, gold, and platinum cards are here to help. Need a little cash back? Blue Cash Every Day and Blue Cash Preferred are your go-to. Looking for some more travel perks, bonus points, or miles? That's where our partner cards with Delta and Hilton come in. See if you pre-qualify for an American Express card with no impact on your credit score. Learn more at americanexpress.com/check-4-offers. Your credit score may be impacted if you accept a card. Terms apply.
Smoothie King asks, what's that sound? That's the sound of hearts popping out of your eyes when you see Smoothie King's all-new smoothie bowls. These Power Pack beauties are just waiting to be spooned. Our smoothie bowls start with acai or pitaya and are handcrafted with fresh toppings like sliced bananas, sweet berries, ripe mangoes, crunchy Purely Elizabeth granola, and a savory peanut butter drizzle. That's the sound of a smoothie bowl being made fresh, just for you. The new Smoothie Bowls menu, only at Smoothie King.
When your celebration of life is prepaid today, your family is protected tomorrow. With us, you'll find patience, compassion, and attention to detail that is second to none. We're your local Dignity Memorial provider. Find us at dignitymemorial.com.
Freeborn in the USA.
Please don't sing.
Okay.
Michener's Freeborn Created Diamonds are made in the USA, though.
We hand select only the brightest crystals.
And then cut each to perfection to make our diamonds even brighter.
With certain crystals, when the light enters,
It comes out faster than other crystals.
science, baby.
Those are the diamonds that sparkle from across the room.
And the only ones we choose.
Come see the brightest diamonds born in the U.S. only at Michener Fair and Jewelers, Oklahoma's greatest diamond store.
The Sports Animal Studios, powered by the OKC Thunder. Quarter, half, and full season ticket memberships for the 2023-24 Thunder season are on sale now. Get yours at OKCThunder.com/memberships.
I love you more today than yesterday. Ding! There it is. Yeah, that's a good song. They do. They sound like Chicago, though, don't they?
Yeah, with the horns starting out, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Let's bring in Mr. Al Ishbek. You hear his voice. This show's known as The Dominant.
Hello.
I'm at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort in Shawnee. What, first of all, Kawhi Leonard out again. You hear that?
I know. That thing, they're going to get him killed.
Boy, he is just a trip, man. I mean, that guy is so good.
Oh, I know.
But he gets hurt all the time, you know?
Yep.
All the time.
Just crazy. I mean, boy, I tell you what, we've had a couple of good games in place. We've had so many bad games. Last night was atrocious.
Yeah, there's some bad series in this thing. There's only, I was talking earlier today, there's 4 bad series and there's 4 good series, if you ask me. You know, I think that Denver's going to win their series pretty easy, and
Celtics,
Philadelphia, and Boston.
New York, Cleveland's a good series.
It's a great series. Yeah, that's a really good series. And then there's then all of them here in the West. You know, the Kings and the Warriors, the Suns and the Clippers. Those are both really good series.
Although without Leonard and George, I don't think it's going to be a good series at all.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if he comes back.
Yeah.
You know, is this a 1-game deal, or is he out for the rest of the playoffs?
Yeah. Well, and then the Grizzlies said, okay, Morant, okay, boom.
Yeah, they beat him last night without him. Grizzlies against the Lakers. I think that's a good.
I think it should be a good series. I agree. Yes, absolutely.
They win. It's amazing.
Well, and the semifinals in both should be unbelievable.
I totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, semis will be great. So, I mean, we got, you know how it is in that first round. A lot of times the teams aren't, good enough. But in the second round, it'll be great. And then there's 4 series that I think are going to be good. So,
yeah. No, it last night was just, and then Antetokounmpo doesn't, they got to get him back, but
they're good without him, though.
Oh, I know they are.
Now, they can't beat Boston, and they're not going to beat Boston, or maybe 76ers without him.
Yeah.
But, gosh, they got so many good players, man. Drew Holiday is so underrated. And
you're right. You know what? He is underrated. Big time underrated.
He is really good. Man, he's good. And then, obviously, Middleton. Middleton's out for a long time. He comes back right away and just, plays good. So they're good, but they need Giannis. They need Giannis. The Lakers are going to kick themselves, though, don't you think? I mean, I know that you and I always talk about the visitor wants to go on the road and win one of the first 2 games. But when you have their star out of the game and you're up 1-0, boy, you really would like to win game 2.
Got to take advantage.
Anthony Davis was terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
I didn't understand that at all. He didn't take many shots, man. He didn't get involved.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him. When he wants to play, boy, he is really, really good. Yeah, he's 4 for 14 in the game.
Yeah, got to take more shots than that.
Yeah, and Hachimura's playing. I mean, listen, if he plays well,
Hachimura's playing really good.
Yes, he is. And LeBron is just a freak of nature. Just an unbelievable freak of nature. Crazy.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Jamal Murray last night?
Oh, he's really good. Yeah,
he looked like he did a couple years ago in the bubble.
Yeah, he certainly did.
And then, boy, Anthony Edwards played great.
Yeah. No, it's going to be interesting here, but I hope we have some closer games.
I told Julie, Julie, sit down and I want you to watch this dude. I said, watch that big white dude right there, Jokic. I said, just watch him a little bit. And she was just kind of laughing at him. And I said, I know. Is that unbelievable? I said, you know what, Jewel? He's won the last 2 MVPs in the league. He goes, what? I said, yeah. I said, can you believe that? He is just, to watch him, Al, he doesn't even look like I said earlier today, it looks like he won like a lottery where he gets to play a free game with the big boys or something.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
Well, yeah, and that one pass, he just batted up. I mean, are you kidding me?
He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's so good, and he's not a good athlete, and he doesn't play great defense, but the guy just makes plays.
Yeah. No, he doesn't look, but you know what? He plays hard. You look at him, how he gets up and down the court.
He does.
He doesn't loaf at all.
You're right. He cares about the game, man. He works hard. He gets after it. He's just God didn't give him a bunch of athletic ability. It just didn't.
Well,
he's so funny.
What it did, it gave him skills, though.
No, he does have skills, yeah. Yeah, he just ripped off a simple 27, 9, and 9 last night.
Yeah. No, his feel for the game is just unbelievable.
The other thing I love about him is that Murray's on fire. You know what? He gives Murray the ball.
Yeah.
He says, go ahead. I don't think he cares.
They're a good team. They're really well coached.
And Porter Jr., Al, you've been talking about him. What a great draft pick they made.
Tremendous draft pick.
You know, if you throw Curry out of it, he might be the next best shooter in the league.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. He shot 41.5% from 3 this year.
That's, yeah. Yeah, for some reason, you and I talked, people just aren't giving him credit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never seen a number 1 seed where no one picks him at all. Nobody's picking him. Now, I'm not going to pick him either, but gosh, if Murray plays like that, they're going to be hard to beat.
Well, if he plays like that, they're going to win the West.
You're probably right. And they got home court the whole way.
That's exactly right. Yep. And you talk about all the time the altitude.
Yep. No, I mean, it means something. Trust me, it means something. For people that laugh about that, you don't understand. Go to Denver and start running around and see how you feel.
That's why Bud Wilkinson brought his team up a couple of days early when they played Colorado.
And you know what? Jimmy Johnson did it too. I think he must have learned from Bud Wilkinson.
Right.
Yeah, it is a totally. I mean, it doesn't matter. Baseball, basketball, football, whatever you're playing, it really is different. And then their blood gets thinner than when they live there, and they're used to it.
I remember, this is years ago, probably about 2001, 2002, whatever. Oh, you played at the Air Force at Camp Colorado Springs. I remember now, good shape and everything, but walking up to the press box, up the stairs, you can tell. I mean, it's different.
It is.
And that's why so many Olympic track people, this people usually train up there.
Well, and that's where the skiers and stuff, that's where they all train.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, you're right. Colorado Springs is a big training place.
Yep.
I remember when we used to go, when I was with the Diamondbacks, Tom Brenneman and I would meet downstairs in the lobby, and we would walk to the stadium, and I would tell him as we were walking, I'm going, damn, dude, this altitude. And he would, like, make fun of me, even though he knew it was bothering him, too. But it's, man, it is a crazy thing. So we'll see. We'll see. These dudes are the best athletes in the world, but it's not easy when you go there.
No,
so Al, you got the big kid from Pitt, huh?
That's a really good pickup, Euclid. Really, really good pickup for them. And here's the thing, Jim. You know what? You said something, and I'm not coming at you, but at people that say this goes, well, I hope people are saying, well, the NIL must have been pretty good to get him. I hope somebody says that. Okay? Every time they lose somebody, they lose because of the NIL. Well, I'm sure OU gave him a better NIL than the other. But it just, that's what bothered me about the NIL stuff. Is when
the NIL, the problem with the NIL is that it's a bunch of lies. But here's the deal. I told you this yesterday. A guy messaged me who knows and said last year OU did not have much NIL money. This year they have more. So there you go. They go get this kid.
Yeah.
Now Gottlieb was on earlier today and said that he has a problem with his weight. So in November, when you start to see this kid, if he looks decent, and he's not going to be like thin. He's a big kid, you know.
Right.
But if he looks good, Gottlieb said he's going to have a really good year. But be careful, because if he looks big, it could mess with you.
How about the Boone twins going to UNLV? The Boones and Hill in UNLV.
Boy, UNLV is just, they're really getting it, aren't they?
Pretty good front court.
Yeah. And the Boone twins, they really missed each other, I guess, for 1 year.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that they reunited.
I wonder, are they going to be a team that can play with some big boys out?
If they get some guards, they're going to get some guards, Jim. But, I got to think that Lon Kruger helped big time in getting those guys.
Sure, I'm sure he did. Let me ask you this. Do you think that, is it Kevin Kruger? Is that his name?
Kevin Kruger.
Is he a good coach, do you think? Do you know? Is it out in the open?
Well,
we don't know yet?
You would think that, so learn from Lon, you would think that would be pretty good. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, I know he's getting some good players.
So, and I would expect OU to get the small kid from East Carolina. I don't know why he hasn't announced yet.
Is he a guard?
He's a guard.
Okay. Well, this kid, I guess, Euclid, is that the way you pronounce it? I think it's Euclid. He, at least they get a big man.
Yeah. Now they got to get another big man. And they're in on the kid from Auburn, and I think they're in on a kid from Notre Dame, so.
Speaking of Auburn, did you hear that there's a kid at Auburn that said he's eligible for he put himself in the draft for the NBA, and you know that his name is Jalen Williams? So if the Thunder get him, they can have 3 Jalen Williams.
Oh, my God.
Auburn Williams, Arkansas Williams, and Santa Clara Williams.
Yeah.
Man, Jalen Williams is a popular name. That's crazy.
We did the best. Santa Clara Williams and Arkansas Williams.
Yeah, no, that's the best way to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to do the J Will and the JW and stuff.
Yeah.
This is the right way to do it. So, and it's not like we're ripping them. We're not saying bad things about them.
No.
You know? We're just saying where they went to college.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a better identification.
Absolutely. Let's take an OG&E break. It's National Volunteer Month. Join OG&E in bettering our communities. I'm here at the Grand Casino Hotel and Resort, Shawnee. The craps table is open. We've got a place for you right now if you want to go do that. All the other games, great hotel, spa, restaurants, bars, you name it, here at the Grand in Shawnee. When we return, Mr. Barry Trammell will join us right here on the home of the Thunder, This show's known worldwide as the dominant.
The Morning Animal.
The people who listen to you guys on the other station that weren't sports fans that came over, are they just mad that we don't play classic rock?
I don't think they care. I really don't.
They just like our hijinks and our tomfoolery.
There's a few people who are like, oh, I can't follow sports. And like,
Well, sure.
But we try
We
to
do our best to not talk about it, I promise you.
The one thing...
And listen, to those people, you're coming into the holy season, because once basketball's over with, from then until football kicking off, it is time. It's time to play on the radio.
Besides, the one idea for the show was we want to make it as mass appeal as we can to everyone.
All encompassing, all welcome.
Yeah.
The Morning Animals. Weekday mornings, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on WWLS. The Sports Animal.
What do you get with the American Express Platinum Card? In a word, more. More points. Earn 5 times membership rewards points on select flights and prepaid hotels booked through Amex Travel. Cap and terms apply. More statement credits with $200 back yearly on select prepaid hotel bookings through Amex Travel. Plus, you can get your card number right away if approved and eligible for instant card number. Get more from the American Express Platinum Card. Apply today. Learn more at americanexpress.com/us/explore-platinum. Terms apply.
Buffalo Wild Wings on Northwest Expressway continues to provide a unique brand of service and hospitality that's made us a fan favorite for 21 years. So whatever your passion, great food, top sports, or just a casual environment to spend time with friends or family, remember Buffalo Wild Wings on Northwest Expressway. Remember B-Dubs and Eda, too.
I want you to want me.
Get ready for a musical institution. Cheap Trick, live. Saturday, April 29th, First Council Casino. Cheap Trick in an unforgettable performance. On sale now at 7clans.com and the casino box office. Another breath of fresh air from Intervisions.
The NFL Draft presented by Bud Light is taking over Kansas City, and greatness is on the clock. Attend live in person for free. See the next NFL stars and experience the ultimate NFL fan festival featuring live concerts, interactive games, player autographs, and more. The NFL Draft presented by Bud Light.
With the first pick in the NFL Draft,
April 27th through 29th. Visit NFL.com/draft access to register for free entry today.
Smoothie King asks, what's that sound? That's the sound of hearts popping out of your eyes when you see Smoothie King's all-new smoothie bowls. These Power Pack beauties are just waiting to be spooned. Our smoothie bowls start with acai or pitaya and are handcrafted with fresh toppings like sliced bananas, sweet berries, ripe mangoes, crunchy Purely Elizabeth granola, and a savory peanut butter drizzle. That's the sound of a smoothie bowl being made fresh, just for you. The new Smoothie Bowls menu, only at Smoothie King.
If you're looking to move out of your parents' place, you could really cut expenses by bundling your current renter's insurance with Progressive, which is good because your little brother has gotten really territorial. You're blood related. You'd think it would be fine to share food in the fridge. I mean, who writes their name on every individually wrapped slice of cheese, Tyler? Still, you've got to admire the commitment. So bundle your renter's and car insurance with Progressive and use the savings to help you move out and have all the cheese you want. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But inflation and recession has you wondering if all your hard-earned equity will still be there. What if you could recession-proof your equity right now? You can with Truehold. Truehold will buy your home for its best current value before a recession can erode it. You get to bank all the cash now and live in your home for as long as you want. And Truehold covers all property taxes, insurance, repairs, and maintenance. And since Truehold pays your home's current value in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't wait for inflation, recession, and interest rates to erode your home's value. Visit Truehold.com and discover how much Truehold will buy your home for today, based on its best current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without having to move. That's Truehold.com.
A better life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Back in February, the State Department did a little something that meant a lot to certain people. People with a visual impairment, dyslexia, or learning difference. They changed their official font from Times New Roman to Calibri to be more accessible. Now, one expert we asked about this explained. The The Calibri is a sans serif font, meaning it does not have little flourishes known as wings and feet on each letter, like Times New Roman does. That visual clutter of fonts with wings and feet, like Times New Roman, can trip a reader up and get in the way. That's what another researcher told us. Fonts that are busy, perhaps they induce crowding, that can be a problem because the reader perceives detail with less clarity. Now the kicker here, the email Secretary of State Anthony Blinken sent out announcing this change was this, quote, "The Times New Roman are a-changing." Yes, they are. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
Get ready for Flow Rider. Saturday, June 10th at First Council Casino. Flow Rider. Tickets on sale now at 7clans.com or call 866-966-1777. Don't miss Flow Rider. Another breath of fresh air from Intervisions.
Now, Barry Tremmel joins Al Eschbach and Jim Traber. This is Total Dominance. 98.1 FM, WWLS, the sports animal.
We're back. Grand Casino Hotel and Resort in Shawnee, joined by Mr. Al Eschbach and Mr. Barry Trammell. This show's known as the Total Dominance Hour. Tram, how you doing?
Not bad at all.
Now, Tram, yesterday with the first storm that came through Norman, it was getting ready to lower right over there by the airport in that on-cue, and it was going to go right towards your house, and it never lowered. So did you get some hail before it and some rain? What'd you get over there?
Well, we got a bunch of hail and quite a bit of rain, but the storm actually, the tornado threat sort of moved off. So
it dissipated. It just went back up again.
Well, would you like to hear the, I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is coincidence. I don't know if it's just a prophecy. I don't know if it's just a sign of living right. But my wife has been wanting something for quite some time, and she scheduled it for yesterday. So guess what happened at our house yesterday? We had a storm shelter put in our garage.
Perfect.
How about that?
Did you go into it, though?
We actually did at the end. We weren't. You're not supposed to get on the concrete, so you had to step gingerly down into it. But the girls all went down in it. But I helped them all in, and I went back up. We couldn't get my daughter's dog wouldn't go in there. Big old dog, and he was scared to death, of course, or she was.
Yeah.
And so I could, and my son-in-law just had surgery, so he couldn't pick the dog up. So I was picking up the dog and trying to get him in the storm shelter, and I said, this isn't going to happen. So I took the dog back in, and the house, and that's about the time the storm lifted and everything was fine. So
well, let me tell you something about a storm shelter. Be careful when you start to clean it out for storm system, because there might be any type of animal in there, dead or alive. So just be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take that under advisement.
Now, what's this?
I'm telling, when these storm shelters out, you open the daggone thing up, like maybe in like March, so you're getting ready for storm season, and you want to maybe go down there and clean it. There'll be dead animals, there'll be dead snakes, there'll be dead rats. I mean, there might be alive. You just never know. So you got to be careful. The other thing is you got to put a radio down there too, Tram. Got to get like a little transistor radio and just put it down there, just in case.
That's a good idea.
Because the internet, last night the internet went out, and my mother-in-law and father-in-law over there in Norman, they were in theirs, and I'm having to call them and let them know, what's going on and everything, because they couldn't get internet.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
So just buy yourself a $10 radio and put it down in there just in case with batteries.
Radio.
No need.
You mean a transistor like we had in 1967?
That's exactly right. Yep, just a little transistor radio. Put it down in there. Yep. Pretty cool.
The word transistor, has it ever fit anything as much? Has a word ever fit anything as much as that word fits radio?
I don't even know what it means.
You know what people exactly?
There was a song with the word transistor in. That was a hit, Tony.
Yeah.
Van Morrison. Is that what it was?
Brown Eyed Girl. Brown Eyed Girl, right?
Yes.
Brown-eyed
girl.
With a
transistor radio.
That's right. Yeah. Good job, Al. Leave it to Al to know something about music. It's crazy. Tram, where you want to start? We got some interesting things going on in the world of sports. OU got a player that they needed, a center. Yeah. Gottlieb was on earlier today, and he said that the dude's a really good player, but he has a tendency to eat a little bit too much, so you got to be careful. So he said in November, if he looks good, he'll have a great season, but be careful if he's a little too big.
Well, you know what I call that? I call that an excellent scouting report.
I agree. I thought it was a great. I didn't know that.
stuff.
And then I saw a picture of him, and he's big. I mean, he wasn't like obese or anything, but he's big. I mean, like round and big. So we'll see how big he really is. But he's a good. What was it, 16 and 8 or something like that? I think something like that he averaged.
Well, year before last.
The year before. He was hurt this year. Only played
That's
8 games.
That's right. Yeah. They needed that, though, huh, Tram?
They did. Of course, let me tell you what. I'm just pleased they're going to be able to find guys to
field a team,
to hand the uniforms out to. You know, it's a little bit like one of these small school 8-man football teams.
Well, them
10 guys out.
Them and OSU.
Yeah, at least OSU's got the freshman class. It's 5 deep coming in.
So they got
Can I
8.
help
So they
the
got
Thunder,
5
man, or
left.
would
Yeah,
I
both of them
harm
got
on
5
him?
left to fill.
Golly, that's incredible. And I guess the Boone twins are going to UNLV. Kevin Kruger and his dad doing
Along
pretty
with
well
Jalen
out
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
Iroquois from Lon's last team plays out there, unless he's in the portal. So, yeah, I'll be pulling for the running Rebs.
The Boone's twins. I guess they didn't like it for a year being away from each other.
Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. There was another set of twins. Oh, the Dane Cowboys split up two pair of twins on the OSU Athletics. Split up in the last 12 years. The Boones
the wide
and then
receiver?
the Green twins on the football team.
Yeah. Where'd the one Green go to?
Wisconsin, I think.
By the way, guys, let me tell you something. One of the players at OSU in football is going to really miss, and I think you guys are going to agree with me, but nobody really thinks about it. And he has had what I understand a great spring, and that's the Richardson kid down at TCU.
Oh yeah, I think he's a good player.
He is a football player, Al. That's what he is.
Yeah. No doubt he is.
And I guess I've heard that he's had a really good spring at TCU.
I still don't know why he left. You know, they named him a team captain. They picked their captains at the end of the year for the bowl game, and they named him team captain. And then 2 weeks later, he's
let me ask you a question, Champ, because you don't ever like to go where I go, and that's a good thing for you, not for me. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Okay, I think there's a bunch of players on the offensive side of the ball, Tram, that really don't like Dunn. I hear that he just doesn't treat these guys very well, Tram. Now, I'm not saying for you to say agree or whatever. I just want you to comment on it because I'm telling you, I don't hear the best of things about him.
Well, here's what I say. I don't know anything about that in current environment. I've not had anybody tell me they don't like Casey Dunn. I will say this. 2 years ago, or now, 3 years ago now. 3 years ago this month, when we had the Chuba Hubbard lap with Gundy.
Yeah.
And OSU did that deep dive into what's going on with Gundy and his players.
0 for 3.
I came to the conclusion it's not that the players dislike Gundy, it's that they felt like they didn't know Gundy, didn't have a relationship with him.
Yep.
And one of the things that came out of that was not that the players felt this close affinity for Casey Dunn, it's that the two coaches they identified with the most and really were connected with were Jim Knowles and Charlie Dickey, the old line coach. So I found that really interesting. A couple old white guys, 2 oldest guys on the staff, I think, were the guys that really connected the most with the most of the players.
One of them gone now, too.
One of them gone.
Yeah, well, interesting. We'll see. We'll follow. We're gonna follow. We need to really start doing a better job now of following dudes that leave OU and OSU to see how they do at other places. We've done it a little bit, but now there's just so many of them gone in both football and basketball. We really need to see how, because you know what? Let me tell you something. Matt Ravis and I were talking. Etienne, okay? I don't really believe every single OSU person telling me that he's not any good and everything like that, but maybe they did bring in somebody better than him. But I want to watch what his numbers are. I want to see what he does out there at BYU. I want to see, we know that Anton Harrison at OU didn't give up one sack last year. So there are numbers like that, right, Tram? There's numbers that you can look at for offensive linemen.
The key is Pro Football Focus.
Right.
They do a great job of grading. They literally grade every player in college football. So you don't have to rely anymore on coaches. And it's a pretty reputable thing. It's the craziest thing of all time. I got to go to that opening day in Cincinnati 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we were there at the guy from Cincinnati was taking me to the game, and we were walking around at the concourse. He runs into a guy he knows, and they start talking, and he introduces him, and he's like the Cincinnati Pro Football Focus guy.
Oh, okay.
And this guy was with another guy, and he introduced us to both of them, and it was Neil Hornsby, who's the guy that founded Pro Football Focus, which is now
is it out of Cincinnati? Did it originate in Cincinnati?
It may have. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know.
Okay.
But I thought that was interesting because this guy's Pro Football Focus, if you don't know, has become an outstanding scouting service for all kinds of things, including grading.
Yeah.
They've been doing the NFL for a long time, and all kinds of big-time pro football writers use it.
Well, let's try to do it better.
Like the college game.
Let's the three of us try to do a better job of that, Al. Let's try to follow what these guys do, because, if they do leave and they're not that good, that's a great thing, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's like my Steelers.
You guys will remind me.
Yeah.
You guys will remind me.
Okay.
Next fall, I'll just try to make it a weekly deal.
That would be great. That would be great. That would be absolutely maybe on a Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah.
The tough part is not doing it. The tough part is you guys remembering and reminding me. That's
You're
the
right.
tough part.
That's exactly right. Time for No Genie Break. I'm at the Grand Casino and Hotel and Resort with Mr. Al Eshbeck and Mr. Barry Tramel. This show's known as The Total
Dominance
Hour.
The Ultimate opens up on everything from sports to food and family. Check out the Julie and Jim Traber podcast with new episodes weekly on thesportsanimal.com, the Sports Animal app, or wherever you get your podcast.
The NFL Draft presented by Bud Light is taking over Kansas City, and greatness is on the clock. Attend live in person for free. See the next NFL stars and experience the ultimate NFL fan festival featuring live concerts, interactive games, player autographs, and more. The NFL Draft presented by Bud Light.
With the first pick in the NFL Draft,
April 27th through 29th. Visit NFL.com/draft access to register for free entry today.
Want to know the impact the people of Oklahoma oil and natural gas make to our state? They're Oklahoma's single largest taxpayer, the largest contributor to our schools, the top driver of our economy. In short, they make Oklahoma go. Learn more at OERB.com.
Are you in need of purchasing your own health insurance? Are you turning 65 and confused about Medicare? Are you an employer looking at offering benefits to your staff? Call the agents at Allison Insurance. They'll sort through the confusion. They're not captive to just one company, and they'll get the best option for you. Don't get frustrated. Call Allison Insurance at 800-580-5587 or 745-2968. Allison Insurance. They are the experts.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA member FDIC.
98.1 FM, WWLS, the Sports Animal. brings you total sports coverage with the afternoon sports beat.
I'm Jim Cherby, your host. Gonna be with you until 6 o'clock talking sports.
Listen weekdays starting at 2 p.m. on WWLS, The Sports Animal. The Sports Animal is your source for local sports coverage. We put the home in Oklahoma, from the legend Al Eshbach.
Good, how you doing?
To the morning animals in Zinga, Spinozzi, Curtis, Carey, and Q-Tip.
Just want to close your eyes and wake up and it's over.
Breaking sports news, predictions, stats, and a music game on Fridays that has Jim saying,
I mean, just ridiculous.
live, local, and always ready for the game. 98.1 FM, WWLS. The Sports Animal, home of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma sports leader means we're talking with you about the Oklahoma City Thunder and the NBA.
Lobs in to poke to the rim, lays up and lays it in. Thunder lead by 1 with 4.8 seconds to play. Timeout Spurs.
I gotta feed the street.
College hoops.
John Calipari, he's stealing money from Kentucky. They could not finish on a fast break.
The NFL offseason.
Devontae Adams is shipped from the Packers to the Las Vegas Raiders. The division, the AFC West, is as competitive a division I've seen in the NFL in a long time.
Hey, what's going on in there? And yes, we're always talking college football.
I like what OU has done right now, and I'm disgusted with Lincoln Riley. And we'll see what Jeff Levy does.
If it happens in sports,
Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this season.
it happens right here on 98.1 FM, WWLS. The Sports Animal. The Sports Animal is proud to be the radio home of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Nice three straight away. Cha-ching, Thunder. Money ball. Down Speechless College. To the rim, lays it up. Lays it home, and he's hacked in the act at the rim. Beautifully done by the Thunder. Trey wraps on a feet of Pokushevsky. Right baseline to the rim for the right-hand sledgehammer. Crowd loves it. Steps back, fires a long rainbow three. Angle right. Cha-ching, Thunder. Money ball. A beautiful shot by Gildas Alexander.
The only place where you can hear the action of Thunder basketball.
What a
with the
block.
radio voice, Matt Pinchot.
Stop by violation.
Baseline door open.
What a
Covered up
violation.
by Sadorensky. Crosses over on him. Ducks baseline on the run. Lays it up and lays it in beautifully with left hand. He left Sadorensky reeling. Flat right George. Down the lane. Challenging him. He does. Lugas thrown up high. Down hard. Oh, elevation and posterization, baby.
Your home of the Oklahoma City Thunder is 98.1 FM, WWLS. The Sports Animal. WWLS FM, The Village, Oklahoma City. Your home of the Oklahoma City Thunder. A Cumulus media station. And now, for more total dominance.
Locked again.
On 98.1 FM, WWLS, The Sports Animal.
And we're back. Back with a show known in Barnegat Bay as a total.
Dominance. Hour.
Total.
Dominance?
Hour? By the way, I got to tell people on sportsanimal.com, the Sports Animal app, for information on the storm recovery and how people can help. So you can go there and check it out. So, by the way, I hear something pretty cool. I think OU's going to get a commitment this weekend from Marcus Dupree's little cousin.
I saw something about that. Is he a pretty good player?
Well, he's picking his final five were OU, Alabama, Auburn, Mississippi, and Florida State. So,
a great day.
So,
And you think he's Sooner bound?
I think he's Sooner bound.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Who was this?
Isaiah Autry, a big offensive line out of Mississippi. His final five were OU, Alabama, Auburn, Ole Miss, and Florida State.
Marcus Dupree's cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, talking of Marcus Dupree, I got something that's pretty good here. This was the top 10 high school football
Cha-ching,
players
that's under Moneyball.
of all time in sports, in football.
You have a list?
Yes. Guess who's number one?
Oh,
Kyler Murray?
No. Not in the top 10.
Kyler Murray's not in the top 10.
I would say that is Dan Marino one of the top 10?
No.
Well, obviously Marcus Dupree is one of the top 10.
Herschel Walker's number one.
Okay.
Well, he was good.
It's not a bad pick.
Number two, Emmett Smith.
I don't know anything about his high school career.
I don't either, and I wonder how true that is.
I don't know either. So
If he had rushed for 1,900 yards in the NFL, would he be on this list? I tend to think not.
just
Yeah.
no.
number three is Pryor, Terrell Pryor.
Oh, really?
Boy, he was really good before he went to Ohio State. I remember that.
Number four, Marcus Dupree.
And the Thunder will move on.
Number five, a pretty good defensive end by name of Clowney.
Well,
David
Clowney is a
Clowney.
stud, boy.
Yeah.
Six, Adrian Peterson.
Peterson is good.
Seven, Vince Young.
I know
He
he
was
was
pretty
really
good. Yeah.
He was.
Eight, Randy Moss.
Yeah.
He was
pretty
he
good.
supposed to go to Florida State, and then he went to
He
Marshall?
did go to Florida
He
State,
was in
I
Florida.
think.
That's right. He got in trouble. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right after he got there.
Nine, Eric Berry.
Oh, yeah.
How did they
Yes.
put a safety in there?
That's a good question.
Yeah. 10, Derrick Henry.
Interesting.
I don't know how
Quarterbacks.
Emmett Smith.
I got news for him. Forget the national guys. If you had Texas people vote, Kyler Murray would be number one in Texas.
Yeah, he never lost a game.
Yeah, and he played at the highest high.
Yeah.
Vince Young did too. I think it was Houston Memorial, I think, is where Vince was, I think. But what Kyler Murray did is just hard to replicate. I'm not sure anybody can.
No, I totally agree with you on that. And you talk about a high school legend. I tell you, he was a pretty good high school player, and probably even more so than Adrian Peterson in his time, and that's Billy Sims at Hooks, Texas.
Yeah.
But that's a lower level, wasn't it, Al?
It was.
It was a lower level, but he was still number one player.
I know, but when they're talking about best high school player, I guarantee you they're putting in the level that they played at too.
Yeah.
And
Here's
it
what I
should
would
be
guess.
held against them.
I would guess that 3 or 4 of the best
Right.
high school football players ever were defensive
End
tackles.
of dash.
Yeah, dominant.
Because think about it. Think
Got
about
your
even on the
napkins and
NFL level,
FTR.
but particularly on the college, if you got an unbelievable